definitely moved, man. Guys, appreciate you, man. Looking, Jazz. You on a cartel concert? Shit, not after I seen them prices. After I seen them prices, I said, you still in Atlanta? Hell yeah. You African K and I'm Jamaican. Definitely Jamaican, man. You lost weight? Yeah, I did. I am losing weight. I'm cutting a little bit, man. It's so bright. Listen, bro, you know what I mean? We just getting started with the new content, man. You know what I mean? We really just getting, we really just getting started, man, So I gotta get used to the new backgrounds. Let's get, what's the word? Yo, we back, yeah. I missed yesterday, bro. I didn't have no Wi-Fi. So the blog, yeah. I'm definitely getting. I gotta get better though. I definitely gotta get a little bit better. My ex had a baby, y'all. You and his business? Don't do that. Come on, what's the word, man? Appreciate you, Robinson. Yeah. she on his business and shit. How much is for rent? Depends on where you at. For real, there's a lot of different factors that go into it. Like if you want a high rise, or if you want a studio, if you want a one bedroom, this depends on what you want for real, and where you want to get the crib. So that's basically this old room hit different. The old room hit different. Hey man, I don't know. I ain't really like the old room like that for real. I ain't like the motherfuckers that lived in there either. So, I tried living with people, 5 months, never again. I will be living by myself, for a very, a good amount of time. I said it, niggas just weird, man, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I mean, again, like, to sum it up, bro, y'all see what y'all see on these lives, Yeah, y'all see what y'all see on these lives, right? I need y'all to imagine that times 5, I'll say. So what I do here, but in real life, and we're getting physical. So it's just dumb shit, bro. I had to get away from them people. How much do I pay for rent here? $2,500. My head dog. That $2,500 made me choke. Damn, man, that $2,500. That just made me choke a little bit, though. All right. I said, it all depends on where you at, though. It's studios out here that you can get it for like $1,300, $1,400. This depends on where you at, for real. I ain't gonna lie. What building you in? It depends on where you at, man. But I mean, y'all, you gotta put in that work. Y'all see me work for real. You know what I mean? Y'all see me work. So. I had to deal with a lot of Delulus. You know what I mean? I had to deal with a lot of Delulus to, you know what I mean, get what I get. It was a few headaches. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm working out for sure. It's only up from here, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I'm trying to take streaming serious. I'm trying to really do it like 5-6 times a week, 6 days a week. That's really the plan. That is between now and the end of the year. So, I'm trying to turn like streaming into like a full-time job. Do it for a little bit, longer. Yeah, I know. Can I make you a father by Easter? Yeah, Twitch. Nah, for sure. Yeah, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not playing, bro. I will be on Twitch, 100%. Like I said, I got my streaming stuff on the way, so yeah, nah, for sure. I'm gonna be doing it. Yeah, nah, by Easter we gonna act like she didn't say that though. We gonna pretend like we gonna definitely pretend like we didn't see that at all. Can people join on Twitch? I have a Discord. So when I'm doing the Twitch thing, I'll have a Discord to where people could join. We could chop it up. It's gonna be the same thing. I'm just gonna add more to it, and it's gonna be a little longer, She on a mission. Hey, man. People be saying anything for real. Nah, it's tough, though. It's tough. It's definitely... I mean, I'm not really somebody that needs, like, a whole lot of space for real. A studio was definitely good enough. When we get in the story time, man, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, bro, if I'm being so honest... If I was to tell a story of every argument, from every situation that happened in that household, I'm definitely gonna be 30 to 40 videos in. Easily. I could have easily made niggas are lucky I fuck with their mom, man. Niggas just be blowing me. I'ma see what's up though. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's getting a little longer, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all were here from the very beginning. From the very, very beginning, man. What y'all been on though, man? What y'all talking about me? What? I ain't been live in like 4 or 5 days. What y'all? What y'all been doing? Outside living life, got a new job. Okay, I like to hear it. Work. Okay. Touching grass. Okay. Class. That's right. Work. Yeah, chilling. That's why I like to hear it, man. Going to nursing school, saving for an apartment. That's definitely what I like to hear, man. That's definitely what I like to hear. You see that you get a lot more from doing that. You will get a lot more from doing that. Even I had to stop what I was doing for real to get where I'm going. You see what I'm saying? Focus on what's really important. Not niggas, not Johns. What's really important? What can make you more money? Right? How could you become more successful? That's what y'all need to pay attention to. Being delusional? What do you mean? What do you mean being delusional? What do you mean by that? Elaborate for me. Why were you being delusional? Who's that helping? Explain that to me. What you doing is someone trying to get with you at work? Shit, you gotta reevaluate what you got going on. What you do? What are you doing to make niggas think they can talk to you at work? But you gotta reevaluate something. You gotta. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the way you. I don't know what it is. No, yeah, contact HR. But you gotta figure out what's on your face. What's making you like what is it that's making you look like the type? Like. You gotta think about it. That's how y'all always gotta think about it. What makes me look like the person that's going like that to where a nigga could, a motherfucker could talk to me in this space. That's what you need to figure out. And once you figure that out, you obviously, you do what you gotta do to maneuver, and you never have to ask me that question again. It feels disrespectful because it is disrespectful. It is. What does it mean if a girl keeps attracting men that's not ready for relationships? You'll be alright. You'll be alright, man. Keep living your life and don't live your life for niggas and who's not ready. Live your life for you. Stop living and thinking about niggas that ain't ready and living your life for the next nigga and the next man and the next man and start living for you and what you got going on. Focus on whether you're ready or not. That's what you need to focus on, because you don't really know if you're ready. A lot of us really don't know, right? Focus on whether that's what you got going on, so that when you do, eventually find somebody that's on that type of timing, y'all are a perfect match. You're in a new place, yeah. New crib, man. How to tackle being emotionally unavailable? There's a lot of different ways. I always say this, when it comes to emotional unavailability, it's really just a healing thing, though, obviously. Something happened to you before at some point in time that led to you feeling the way you are now, led to you feeling like you can't really connect with nobody. Kind of once you figure out what exactly happened, you break it down. Broke up with my ex, and the same day we ended up, broke up with my ex, and the same day we ended, he got a new girlfriend. I'm so happy. LOL. Okay, that's good. He deleted the first photo of us together. What does that mean? It means he deleted the first photo of y'all together. I got a story to tell. Request. I'm about to start the one-on-ones real soon. Definitely request, man. Look, y'all fucking with the new view though? Y'all like the new view, man? No, y'all jacking the new view, man. High rise, yeah, man. I keep telling y'all to get into content creating. Yeah, I keep telling y'all to get into content. Y'all think I'm playing with y'all. Y'all be thinking I'm just saying that shit just to say it. I keep telling y'all, get into content creation. Start a business. Even if it's not content creation, start a business. You know what I'm saying? Do something. You see what I'm saying? And I also keep saying, you don't have to have 100,000 followers to start making $100,000 off whatever business you're starting. I've been saying that. You don't have to have 150,000 followers, 200,000 followers to make 100,000. You don't. I'm telling you that right now. It's a lot of people with 300,000 followers, 400,000 followers that don't know how to turn that into real money. And that's just what it is. So when you start your business, whenever you start maybe your content, don't think about the numbers right away. If y'all get what I'm saying. Not necessarily, to be honest. We did. Why did he shift his attention to someone else but gets irritated when I don't acknowledge him? When are we gonna ask me questions that matter, man? Yeah, you gotta ask me questions that's gonna ask me about a nigga that may like you. Right? You're talking about niggas that shifting their attention, so on and so forth, to other people right in front of your face. So obviously that's what he's doing, and you're seeing with your own eyes. This is something that you know. That couldn't be somebody that likes you, right? Or that's taking you seriously, right? It couldn't be. Nah, this even might. It don't gotta be 100%. This might, so we could work with something. You know what I'm saying? If you're seeing niggas associate with other people in front of your face, they're not protecting you from shit. So why are we talking about somebody that's not protecting you? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man. When did I start seeing results for content creation? I started in 2020. In terms of, follower-wise, I started seeing growth in 2020. But money-wise, I didn't really start making real bread until 3.5, 4 years in. That might be because, I don't know, I'm not really one of them niggas that be too money focused for real. I feel like I could have been making a certain amount, but y'all don't see me selling no courses. Y'all don't see me doing all that extra shit. Begging for money like a lot of creators, so that's not really me. So I'm finna start though. I'm definitely finna start begging for it. No. After, it's niggas out. It's niggas out here that's making 700,000 a year. 800,000 a year. I might have to step my game up a little bit. Word up. Do you make a lot from your one-on-one? Yeah, a decent amount. But that's not my main source of income though. For real, I make a good amount from it though. I might have missed the go on a pop the balloon challenge. Please go on a pop the balloon challenge. I want you to look at me real quick. Just look at me and tell me. Let me know something. This is what it. I just don't. No. Nah, word up. I don't want love that bad. I don't. There's two things that you're gonna need, right? You're gonna need a little bit of desperation. You're gonna need to be desperate for some clout. You're gonna be desperate for some love. When you combine those two things, you will find yourself on Pop the Balloon in no time, or one of them dating shows. Yeah, nah, absolutely, yeah, nah. Or what's that shit called? Yeah, you definitely need those. And me, I just don't. Yeah, I don't really. No, it's not. I don't care enough for it. Clout, it doesn't necessarily always equal money. That's what you need to understand. How do you feel about Love Island? I feel like the people on them shows be embarrassing themselves. But I mean, for them, I would say they could turn that clout into money if they're smart. But I'm not getting on there doing that to myself either, looking crazy. I just feel like we have to have some type of decorum. Y'all know what I'm saying? Whether you're a content creator or not, like, whether money's coming from it, just have just a little bit of decorum, you know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I understand that times are getting hard, but if you work hard enough, you kind of get around it. I just can't do it. Serena doing, that's the one couple I actually really like though, because they be chilling, like they cool. But for the most part, them motherfuckers be weird. But I do like Selena though, and Cordell. They be cool people. I watched Temptation Island, and that's really the one that I feel like is crazy. That's really the one that I feel like is nuts. Temptation Island, that is crazy. Yo, bro, that shit is nuts. Brian with that girl. Why y'all be saying that girl as if y'all don't see a lot of people that think just like her? What's up? Why are people acting so surprised when they see how that girl is behaving? Why? Did I not tell y'all that some women have they're mentally enslaved by niggas? Didn't I tell y'all that already? How many times I gotta come on my live and see a woman like, yeah, and niggas like him and women like her for y'all? Come on, man. Y'all see this shit every live. Yeah, come on. It's a lot of them that are very much so mentally enslaved. They'll embarrass themselves. Yeah, I saw KB on Bumble. Don't piss me off. Do not piss me. Report that account immediately. The fuck? KB on Bumble. Report that account immediately. Yeah, that shit is not me. If y'all ever see my pictures on any of them dating apps, report it immediately. What the fuck? Nah, I remember somebody got on here and told me that they saw me on Hinge. I damn near called Hinge myself. I damn near went for, I almost went to customer support. What the fuck? It was very, yeah, so let me go ahead and see what I'm saying though, like, oh, no. Hell no. Y'all almost called him. When a guy says He is not comfortable where things are going. What does it mean? He's 34. He doesn't like you. Move on. Yeah, nah, that's why. But yo, let's get into the live, man. I'm curious. I need to hear what's been going on. I need to know the real. I know a lot of y'all said y'all been focusing on what y'all need to focus on, which is very good. But I need to hear what's, I've been missing for a little bit. I need to see what's going on, man. Let's get right into it, man. Let's put a little disclaimer out there. Yeah, let's go to Yap Chat. You already know. Hey, man, listen. If you feel as though you are too sensitive, please do not join my live. I'm not going to be the content creator for you. I don't pander to anybody. And I'm just going to be honest from my perspective. I have no, intention on being mean. So if you feel like you're sensitive, don't join. If you're under the age of 21, please do not join my live. Let's keep this 21 plus. You already know. If you know, now, this is the important part. If you know for a God-given fact that you may have the IQ of a peanut, to where when you feel like you like somebody, you can't necessarily see past their nose, right? Because you like them so much. Please do not join my live. It's not gonna matter what I say to you, right? They have to teach you something. They gotta really show you something horrible for you to understand. So don't come to me expecting, I'm not gonna give you that type of validation. If you know for a fact that somebody has control over your brain, right? Somebody has control over your brain. That means you know what to do and you know how to do it. You have all the resources, right? You even watch me for real. But you just can't do it because he's just that guy. Don't join my life. Right? I need people who could control themselves, that have control over their actions, right? They could choose whether or not they want to respond or not, whether they want, That's what I need right there. Blah, blah, blah. Watch this. I love that. Look. I'm that type of nigga though. See? One thing about me, I be telling y'all to protect y'all peace. I want y'all to protect, I be doing the same. Let's see. What's good, Trouble? Okay, but do you have a girlfriend? Yeah, I got a girlfriend, man.
Hello?
Yo, what's the word, yeah?
Nothing. Okay, I just have one question. Do men change?
What?
Do men change? Like, let's say like you meet a guy, it went rocky like in the beginning.
Why does it matter? Before you go into it, why does it matter to you?
Because I feel like, in that part of my life, like they're the love of my life, and I feel like, things they didn't go in the way that things could have been better, but
So do men change? Now explain to me the exact situation that has you asking that question.
So I basically met this guy back in October. We met at a library, and basically, so one of my friends, she put me on with him, and so basically we started talking this and that. And so basically the reason why he stopped talking to me is because he felt like, I hated him or something. That's why he said he stopped talking to me.
Hold on. So, asking, how old are you?
I'm 18.
So you said you're how old?
18. I met him when I was 17.
I text you. It's all right. Yeah. That told me everything I needed to know. The nigga told it to her face. You can tell by the excuse within herself that they're young. All right? You'll be all right, man. You'll definitely be all right. All right, 21 plus, y'all. 21 plus, man. That's why I need... Because that right there is nuts. Do niggas change? Of course he's not going to change. Let's see. Not for you.
You can hear me? Hey. Okay. Hey, y'all. Okay, so we just broke up on Sunday. So so when we first got in with each other, whatever, we was cool. We was whatever. He had a baby mama. I knew about her, but she was living in another state.
Do you have a child?
No, I don't. That's the first mess up. I'm 21, y'all. And he's 25. So he had 2 kids. I should have never, yeah. So he's telling me like, we don't got nothing going on. I was believing it. You know, she wasn't physically here in the state. So I wasn't really tripping off of it or nothing. But when I would go on his phone, he was like, I would see her.
Real quick, I got a question.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you were dating that guy intentionally?
I actually really, no, initially the thing started out, when he was texting me, he would call me and text me, I would never answer him.
Right, so, but at some point in time, you felt like you wanted to date him. You wanted to date him intentionally.
Yes,
right?
yes. I thought about marriage and everything.
And you said how many baby mamas you got?
One.
You got 1 and 2 kids. So let me ask you: Are you okay being baby mama number 2?
No, I didn't. Brother, I really.
Because y'all gotta explain that to me. If you're saying that, right? You met the guy, he had kids, right? Mm-hmm. You decided that you wanted to date him intentionally and take him seriously. I'm assuming, especially
I accepted him and the kids, of course. So like, I accepted the whole responsibility. I did, and I should have never. And mind you, this is my stepmom's nephew.
So you did want to. Wait, what?
This is my stepmom's nephew.
So you did want to be baby mama number 2, ideally, at some point.
Ideally, I was settling for that. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was settling for that. I was very dumb. I'm admitting to that. But then later on in the relationship, I was a stepmom at 18. We was together for 3 years.
When did you? Okay, so you met him 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody was in the family that was telling me like, oh, do not be with him. Like he ain't shit. Like he ain't shit, whatever. And I wasn't believing him. I mean, I wasn't believing them. I was like, nah, I'm gonna figure that out for myself. I thought it was hating. No, they was not. Like he didn't have no job majority of the time of us being together. I was paying most of the dates. I was doing all of that. It became very draining at one point. I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this no more. I had found out that he was cheating. He had went to another state to go find a job, and then when he came here for the
real quick, I got a big question for y'all. So if because he's saying that that's her stepmom's nephew. That entire family was telling him that you were telling her that he ain't shit. He's this, that, and the third. Now, if y'all are him, right?
But I had wait.
Real quick. Hold on, but stop cutting me off. Okay. If y'all are him, right? And you find out that she has all this information about you, and she says, I'm going to be the one to change it. I'm going to be there. I don't believe him. I don't believe that he's this person. After finding out that he has 2 kids already, right? Would y'all take her seriously? Real quick. I'm just curious. If y'all found out, right? You're him now. You're him. Y'all found out that she knows all this information about you, and she's telling everybody else that I'm going to, no, I don't believe y'all. Y'all wouldn't, okay. Because I want everybody to see the bigger picture as well. I also need you to see the bigger picture.
No, I understand the bigger picture now. I'm telling you, like before, I really was trying to make something out of nothing. Truly, he was not producing any income. I was the breadwinner in the relationship. He would rely on me. Like it got to a point that he got comfortable with that shit. Like, okay, I know that she making money. I know that she finna give me type shit. Whatever. He started asking me money for his kids, and he was like, "I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back." He ain't never paid me back. So whatever, I ended up getting in his phone, and I saw that his baby mom was like, oh, send me money for my nails. And I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, you got me so messed up. I told him, yo, tell her, put her in her place and tell her she cannot be asking for shit like that. Like, she tripping for real. And I had texted her myself, and I was like, look, I respect you as the mother of his children, but you crossing boundaries. Like, you doing too much now. And that's what she was like, girl, something along the lines of like, he still wants me or some shit like that. And I was like, girl, you're crazy. But now I'm realizing that it really was that. Like, he was actually messing with his baby mama throughout the time. Whatever. He was constantly cheating with the same girl too. Not the baby mama, somebody else. But mind you, the girl that he was cheating with, the other girl, was the side bitch to him and his baby mama. Do y'all get that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So whatever, we had broke up for like 2 months. Mind you, my family, my stepmom and stuff like that, we always had like a rocky background or whatever. So his kids are now in the state. They came to Miami. They're now in the state. So now my stepmom, when I was beefing with my stepmom at this time, she called his baby mama to come over to meet her at my house, my dad's house, right? When they did that shit, I was hella mad. Like, I felt like you're trying me now. Like, you're trying me.
But at this point in time, he already cheated on you numerous times, right?
Various times, but I kept, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna change, like, I'm so sorry, like, I love you. He breadcrumbed me. Now I'm realizing, like, and all that shit. Like, he breadcrumbed me. He really like led me on to believe like he was gonna change. He never did change. And so whatever, my dad ended up getting him a job with him, and my dad was paying him $20 an hour. He was making money, but still, yeah, like he would every weekend he'll be going out like with his friends. We'll be getting in arguments because he wants to always like put his friends, like he will always want to go out with his friends and stuff like that. He was always in the bathroom with his phone, like cheating and shit like that. I started going on WhatsApp because that's the app that he would use, WhatsApp. So I used to always check his, like, if he's online and shit like that. And it became like such a bad habit. I would be on that shit checking to see if he was online 24/7 to see like what he was doing. Like I went literally crazy. I lost my mental, not even gonna lie. And then now his son's birthday is this week, and they all got family shirts for the birthday. Mind you, he wasn't telling me nothing about the birthday.
Real quick, how long you been watching me?
For like a year now.
You been watching me for a year? So you been watching these lives and streams?
No, I haven't. I just started getting on the lives and streams like 2 weeks ago.
You see my content though. You know
Yeah.
So you know what it looks like when somebody loves themselves?
Nah, I did not love myself. 101%. I couldn't have loved myself. Yeah, but I do know it. Yeah.
Okay. And you've been here before, so I'm sure you've seen me, speak to other people. So at what point do you tell yourself, well, I have all this information, all these different resources. At what point do you tell yourself, why can't I just utilize it at this point? When does that kind of come in? When do you start using the resources?
I'll say like 5 months ago, because we had our anniversary, but we were mad at each other, and and on that same,
you just said y'all broke up on Sunday.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I started mentally checking out. I started realizing, hold up, like this ain't that. Like, and my family was telling me like, you ain't. Mind you, I had lost my job, and that was because I was on my phone consistently because I was on the phone trying to see what the fuck he was doing. When I needed money, he ain't never have, and shit like that. And mind you, he went to go borrow money to go help his cousin get a nail course. Mind you, I was in college, and he said that he was gonna pay my college for me, and he ended up missing a payment.
Well, this man has never spent no damn money. I don't understand what's going on. He has taken a lot more money from you than he's ever given you, right? So why do you keep falling for like the same okie doke? I'm gonna pay you back when he's never paid you back for shit ever.
No, he honestly ran up the tab with me for like, I'll say, and he still owed me money, but he was clearing up his debt towards that or whatever. But he owed me like $2,000.
So he was using because you were working. And he was getting the money from you to fund his other lifestyle. That's why
Now he was working too, but he would borrow money from me because he ain't never had.
So his money, was that he was working was solely for him, and he'd use your money.
Like shit. For him and his baby mama at this point. That's what I'm.
Okay. All right, and you were still with him up until Sunday.
I had moved out of my house, moved in with him for a month, and we had broke up literally that like second week. So I was just writing it up there because I had got in a fight with my mom, so I couldn't come back home. And then I got into it with my family, so I called my mom begging to come back home or whatever. So I ended up back home.
All right. So based on that, so what questions do you have for me?
Oh, yeah, not like. And then he says like, why can't? Oh, by the way, I felt bad too because his mom and his dad died when he was very young, like when he was 15 years old or whatever. But that doesn't excuse, because there's other people that have lost their parents and they're not shitty people. And he was a shitty person, but he'll tell me like, oh, I could change, like I'm gonna change, like you don't love me, like stuff like that, which was weird. I don't think I really had a question. I'm good now, but yeah.
What? You don't got any questions? At all? None?
I forgot my question.
None?
No, I had no question, but that was the situation.
So you said all that and no question at all?
Nah, no question. I don't got no. I answered all my questions, to be honest. He ain't never gonna change. It can't be. Yeah, I just wanted a vent, to be honest. I honestly exposure therapy because I was so embarrassed about this shit. And plus too, like when every time me and him would go at it. Never mind, that's a whole other thing. But yeah.
Huh. So let me ask you: do you plan on associating with him in the future?
No, I cut my whole family off. I had fought my sisters. I had beat his ass. Yeah.
So no getting back with him at all.
No, it's no. I mean, my dad told him like I cannot, because he lives. Oh, that's another thing too. He lives at my dad's house or whatever. So I'm not allowed there.
Listen, you're not allowed. Wait, he lives at your dad's house, so you're not allowed at that house.
Yeah, no, my dad told me.
This is your stepmom's nephew.
Yeah, my stepmom got my dad wrapped around her little finger.
Okay. Well, since you have no questions, I mean, I can only answer questions, right? Now just lock in. You know what I mean? Stay away from him though, right?
Now I'm going back to school and I'm paying for that shit myself, and I'm getting it together.
You're on the right track. You're going back to school. You're gonna be focused on what you need to focus on.
That's not my cousin. That's my stepmom's nephew. Stepmom.
Y'all all family, gang. You was dating the family.
Well, yeah, no, too. Yeah, that too. Like my sister would tell me, like, "Yo, that's really dating my cousin," and I never really. Yeah, I'm dumb. The whole situation was just, yeah.
You were dating the family.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck to you. Lock in, keep focused. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Bye.
Well, first story today. That was the first one. First one back. You're so judgy. Yeah, I guess I am. I don't know. I was just waiting for the questions, you know? Let's see. I mean, yeah, block that nigga too. Whoever said that dumbass shit in my life, like she don't know what I do. Block her too. I don't like the ignorance and my shit. Yeah, that's what we do. You gotta know what I do and what I get into. What the fuck? I spend hours of my week helping people I don't even know. Judging is the last of my concerns. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah. You gotta come here and make it make sense for me, type shit. You know. What's good?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's the word, man?
Okay. So I watch you all the time. I've never been on here. I'm kind of nervous. So y'all give me grace.
Right,
so I don't really have a question. I kind of just want to share my story of what I've been going through.
You don't have a question?
Well, no, not really. But I've been going through some stuff that I want to share. Can I share my story?
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Break it out for me.
Okay. So, just for context, I had 3 kids prior to, so my first baby daddy, I had 3 kids with him. We went through stuff. That's a different story. I'm not talking about that. So, I met a man about 6 years ago, and, he came into my life and, whatever, we locked in. Okay, we got engaged. He was, like the father figure to my kids. We had more kids, and we was, like I said, engaged, living life. Everything was cool. Not perfect, but everything was fine. So around Christmas time, I went through his phone, and I found out he was living a double life, which was so confusing to me, because when did you have the time to do this? Like I said, we was locked in. He was going to work and coming home, and just weird, just weird. So I'm not gonna lie. We was into it. We wasn't seeing, we wasn't on good terms. And I started talking to somebody else. We was texting, and I went to kick it with him. Like, I went out, to the bar and whatever. After that, I linked up with him. I got caught up. It didn't last very long. My baby daddy, he caught me real fast. He was hurt, but, he understood. He said that he would forgive me because, he pushed me to do it, because honestly, in all them years, I was loyal. I was good. I was, like I said, playing the role of, a fiance, the mother, the home. I poured everything of me into it. So, like I said, he played what he said, that he would forgive me. We would work it out. But I already knew, because like I said, I got my first baby daddy. I already know how it go. So I already knew how it would be, you know, and I told him it's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. But okay, we going to try it, see how it go. Because like I said, we got years into it. We got kids. We got the home, all that. So we tried to work it out. Like I said, it was never the same. Okay, so we been into it.
Real quick.
I'm sorry.
After he obviously cheated on you, and because you know when somebody's doing that, they don't give a rat's ass or a fuck about you, right? And you know this. But after this person cheated on you, right? Did what he did, when you were against, I don't know, you retaliated, and you got caught. He said that he'd forgive you because he pushed you towards it.
Exactly what he said.
Fast.
Like, oh, you was perfect. He would say, like, oh, you was perfect. And I would say, well, if I was so perfect, why would you do that to me? But he was like, I love you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, let me ask you. So cheating isn't a deal breaker for you?
It hurt me really bad. But like I said, for me, I mean, I felt like we had a lot to lose. But, okay, but let me tell you, okay, so like I said, we tried to work it out all these months. It's 3 months later. Like I said, it was never the same. I already knew it wasn't going to be the same. I'm sorry to cut you off, KB. But like I said, it was never the same. So we kind of been into it all this time. And basically, he left not even a month ago. And not even I'm not going to call it a B word. The girl that he was messing with, it's a whole nother girl. She posted him on Snapchat yesterday. So my friends was calling me like, do you still mess with your baby daddy? And I'm like, no, not right now. And they was like, oh, well, this girl posting him on Snapchat. So I don't know.
Are you sure you have no questions?
Well, no, I'm done. I know I'm done. I just I feel so stupid. I feel hurt, but I know I'm done. It's over with. I done told my mom. I done told my people. I'm done. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I've been through it before. I've been through the heartbreak. I moved on. I left my first baby daddy. I feel like God is blessing me so much though, like on the plus side. Like I said, I know I'm done. I'm not going back. Okay. I just wanted to share my story. Okay. I'm not going back.
Now, for me personally, that's, I'm not. I know somebody in my life tried to say that niggas be judgmental, so on and so forth. But if y'all know me and what I do, I'm more of a what are you gonna do about the situation, right? And what are you gonna do moving forward to protect yourself?
No, exactly. I'm not going back at all. I'm not.
That's what I'm concerned about. Now, what about repeating the same pattern? Because you said you had, the last baby daddy. Apparently, he may have done the same thing. You've seen what happened there. What are you gonna do to stop the pattern, though?
Like I said, he's been gone a month. So this month, I've just been focusing on myself.
Not even with him. I'm talking about moving forward for.
Well, like I said, I just been focusing on myself for the last month. I really have been feeling my feelings, being by myself. My kids was gone on spring break. I was in this house by myself and just felt, like I said, feeling my feelings. I've been working hard. I got a promotion at work and I just feel like God is blessing me, like I said, so much. I got a promotion at work. I got a new car and I'm just and I just feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like God is testing me. Like, what you gonna do? Are you gonna stand up now? Is you gonna be stupid? Because what you gonna do? So yeah, I already know I'm not going back. And I just wanted to share my story. I don't have to ask you, what should I do? Oh my God, should I forgive him? Is he going to change? I know he's not, and I'm done with it. And I just wanted to share my story. I watch you all the time. And
you know what it is.
I never thought it would be me. Like I said, I just thought everything was cool. I thought we was locked in.
No,
I thought we was locked in, and he just changed. It was weird.
No. It's unfortunate to say, but it does happen. But like you said, you watch me, and also you're grown. You know what you got to do in a situation like that to protect yourself. So that's all that matters. All
right. Well, thank you. Like I said, I watch you all the time, so I appreciate you. All right, you can hang up. Thank you. Right,
it's gonna be all right, man, for sure. Yeah. Nah, like I said, bro, I'm not in the business of blaming other people for people for other people's actions. We don't do that. But like I said, like she said, she knows what to do. She knows it's not gonna change. She knows the question. I got faith in Lisa for this one, man. I'll say that. You know what I mean? I got faith in Lisa, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, I try to get you in here, but what Jada got from you, Jada, what's the word, man?
Hey KB, hey, I just been through a whole lot over this weekend.
Really?
I'm just here to spread awareness for anybody that's in a harmful, abusive relationship. Well, I wasn't.
Wait. Are you referring to the person that you told me about last time?
No. This is a whole different person. This is a person before. I'm single now, but this is an ex-boyfriend before, whatever. So over the weekend, right? I'm gonna just give a summary. I dealt with this person since February of 2022. Mind you, I've been stopped, contacting him, been. So over this weekend, he contacted my phone with a new number. I already blocked his 2 numbers before. It was a long time ago. And he popped up on my phone and I was like, okay, like, who is this or whatnot? He was like, hey, it's me. Did you miss me? This, and that, and the third. You know where home is. You can't go nowhere. This, and that, and the third. You can't move until I say so. So, okay, I'm 23. But
And you've been watching me for a while and to a pretty consistent basis. Now I'm gonna see if you really listen to anything I say.
yeah,
What did you do in response?
I ignored him.
Okay.
And then coming to find out, literally, what was it? The incident happened on Friday. And the girl that he was cheating on me, well, I wasn't with him, but the girl that he was, with or whatever, she found out that he was begging for me back. And they got into a dispute. And unfortunately, she lost her life.
Wait, slow down. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Elaborate without being too explicit, because we're on live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think she found out that he reached out to me. He tried to cover it up for her. Mind you, they was living together since the summertime. I didn't know this until the news broke out. So, of course, I ignored him. I don't want no parts, none of that. I moved on with my life. She found out that he was trying to reach out for me to get back with me. I said no. He threatened to pull up in front of my house also. And I said, if you pull up, I'm calling the cops. You feel me? I told him that. And I left it at that and I blocked his number. And then over the weekend, the girl that he was with, she's not here no more.
I can't even say, because the live is sensitive, but they be striking me too many times. I got questions, but I can't even ask the questions because I feel like. But Jada, get up with me privately about that if you will, because you got my contact. All right, get up. All right, I'm curious. Yeah. They be striking my account too many times on there. I'm really curious as to what. Let's see. Niggas be sick. Swear to God. Oh no, bro. Like what? Oh, this person disappeared. They carry on. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna get up with y'all. What's good? Yeah, I will. I cannot hear myself. Carrie, what's going on, man? What the fuck? Nah, I got Jada hit me. Nah, hold on, yo. Hold on, man. What's the word?
Zoom.
What's up with these corny ass niggas on my shit, man? I should have known. Nigga named Omni Man. Next, there ain't no next, yo. All my shit went out, man. Yeah, nah. Today was definitely the story time day. I guess I don't know. Anybody have any like questions for me? You know what I'm saying? Situations broken down. Any questions? No more testimonies. I had to prepare myself for this live. Me neither, for real, for real. I got 3 questions that just threw me off a little bit. Why does every time I accept somebody, it says user not found? What's wrong with my shit? Is that me or is that y'all? I know my connection is a little messed up. You ever been TikToking back? Only been 2 to 3 guests. Nah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That might be me though, low key though, because I've been. It's still in from earlier. Oh, we need a little bit of time. Hey, look. I'm here though. You feel me? Hold up. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is what happens when we lose a day now. Word up. 900 of y'all ain't here. And all of a sudden it's crickets, huh? Fascinating. I love that. I know I'm not that scary. You scared? Of who? How do y'all? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How do y'all be more scared of me when all I do is tell the Y'all be more scared of me. Listen, y'all be more scared of me than the people that's really doing it to you for real. Y'all would never see me in real life. Trust. Y'all would never see me in real life. Don't be scared of me, man. It's the word.
Hello.
Word.
This is my first time on here, even though I've been watching you. You got me out of the trenches.
Real quick, I tried to get you on earlier. Was that me who disconnected you, or was that you?
No, that was my fault. My little boo thing called. So I had to call him because I actually was mad at him. Okay. Yeah, so it was me. But hey, how are you doing?
I don't know. What's the word? Break it down for me.
Yeah, so I guess I'll give a little bit of lore before I talk about like my current situation, because I did want some advice on it. But basically, like I had obviously the canon event situations and whatnot. And then I took a break from dating. In October, I'm just like I got on Hinge, and that's where I met like the current person that I'm talking to. I know Hinge, yikes, frowny face. But it's going pretty well. I think I just like wanted to ask you like
how old are you and how old is that individual you met on Hinge?
Oh, okay. I know I sound very young. I am 24 and he's 23.
24, 23, okay.
Yes. So yeah, I'm grown. I'm turning 25.
I'm here. What's been going on with that guy?
It's been pretty well. We went on like our first date maybe 2 weeks ago. It was super nice. We went to like a restaurant in our area. Then we went to go play pool. Then slept over, but nothing happened because I already set that boundary.
How long have you known him? How long have you known him?
We were talking a little bit for like a couple of days before then, so it was like we like saw each other pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to go like on another date the next day, and then I just kind of needed advice from like your perspective of how to not come across like anxious because we FaceTime like pretty much like every other day. I think sometimes his communication is a little lacking. I just got off the phone with him like addressing it, and he says like he knows it's something he needs to work on. When would you think
you're having communication issues 3 weeks into knowing somebody?
Not like communication issues in terms of like he doesn't communicate, because for me
it is a communication and compatibility issue if you're having this type of issue. If you're having to have these types of conversations 3 weeks into knowing somebody, that's what that is.
No, but I personally feel like you have to like let your needs be known and understand each other's communication styles. So like my question was, for me, it's like we don't need to talk every single day or like 24/7 because like we both have jobs, we're grown.
Wait, elaborate on that. So let me get a little bit of background on you, right?
Okay.
Are you dating, and because you're on Hinge, so I'm gonna assume that you're not, right? But are you dating intentionally?
Yes, yeah. And we had that conversation on our first date. I made sure to ask him, and we're on the same page. We both deleted it.
That's important.
Yeah.
You're dating intentionally. Mm-hmm. This guy on Hinge, who's apparently also dating intentionally, right?
Yep.
You're saying that y'all don't really have to talk every day. Do y'all talk every day?
We do talk every day.
Okay.
Yes, I think for me sometimes though it's just like if I send him something, like I don't mind if he's busy because he just has like a very time-consuming job. It's just more so be like, hey, can't talk today.
Busy with a time-consuming job on Hinge. What do you think? If I'm just bigger picture for everybody. If I'm a super busy guy, I have a very time-consuming job, right? I have communication issues. Ideally, what would I be doing on Hinge?
I mean, I don't know. You answer. You're the guy. You answer me. Yeah, read like what Aletta said. That's what I told him on the call today. Like it takes 2 seconds to send a text, and he said he's gonna work on it.
Yeah,
but
you said you don't know. Are you sure you don't know?
I mean, I know obviously, but like
I'm a busy guy with a time-consuming job.
Yes, and he does make an effort to call me like he usually calls me first. I'm saying that I have an anxious attachment style. Like I said that earlier. So for me, sometimes I take things personally. So we just got on a call. Like that's why, I wasn't able to get on in the first time. And I was expressing this to him and he was like super receptive to it. And he said he's going to work to communicate as frequently as I need him to, not that he's not communicating with me. My question to you is, when do you think, like, if I don't see improvements, I should let it go and, like, move on to other people?
Now.
Because so far, like, everything is going well. Like, intentional, we talk, both deleted the app. I just want to know, like...
I'm telling you, if there was really substance in the situation, the conversations were good, it made sense, and everything made sense to you, you would not be having conversations or having to be checking anybody about communication or how frequently they communicate. Think about it. Even if we don't communicate frequently, but our conversations are great, it makes sense and there's substance, right? It being this early, right? Only 2-3 weeks. Would that be a conversation she's having with him? That's a real question I'm asking out. If it made sense, she wouldn't be having. If the conversations had substance, it made sense, they were compatible, right? It's early. Remember.
Mm-hmm. But we have good conversations, I'd say. Like, I think every time we do talk, it's a good conversation. It's just his issue is not my issue with him is like he won't let me know if he's going to be busy, so we're not going to talk that day. Like that's what I'm saying.
So he doesn't talk to you every day.
Not every day, but
you're defending somebody that doesn't even talk to you every day, and you're saying you're dating intentionally. You're coming up here trying to defend somebody that doesn't even talk to you every day. But
I'm also busy. Like, I'm pursuing an MD. Like, sometimes I can't talk every day either because I have stuff going on.
It's a problem with you, though. You have that issue, not him. You're the one with the issue, not him. He doesn't care whether you want to talk every day, whether you're busy or not. You care about that. So I'm not asking about how you know whether you're busy or not. I'm letting you know that you're having a problem with somebody that you just started talking to early, not speaking to you every day, but you're saying that you're dating intentionally. You're contradicting yourself. And you're defending somebody that wouldn't defend you.
I mean, I just got off the call with him and he said he would improve it. I'm just saying.
Improve 2-3 weeks in? Improve? Why would he have to improve?
Nobody's a perfect person when you're like, when you first start off, like you have to learn how to.
Okay. Then I hope he learns, man. If he doesn't learn how to communicate, and because how old is he again? Again, 23?
Yeah, I'm saying what's the time frame you would think like, okay, he's not gonna change. That's what I'm asking.
Hopefully, because it's been 23 years. He has internet. He has all these different resources. Hopefully, he'll change within the next couple of weeks. Change completely who he is. And
It's not changing completely who he is. I like everything else about him.
All right, learn. I'll say to answer your question, give it another week.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Appreciate you hopping on. I know.
Thank you.
Good God. Good God. Good God. And then she's gonna turn around confused when he completely wastes her time and plays her. She's gonna be like, why? Men this and men that. After he turns around and does what he does. The nigga that has a communication problem, that's so busy, right? So busy with his jobs to where he can't talk to her every day. But the guy's on dating apps looking for a woman. Then she's gonna turn around and say, what's going on? She left the live to pick up his call. That told me everything. Yeah, she's feeling for his validation and response, and she barely even noticed, man. See, I already know who likes. Let me ask you, who likes who more? Hey, who likes who more in that situation? It's gonna get real wicked. It's gonna get, and I don't want that to happen because at the end of the day, I want everybody to win. I know that. I want everybody to date people who actually like them. I want everybody to date people who respect them, right? Who they're compatible with at the end of the day. I have no interest in anybody not being with the people that they should be. But given how she talks and how she thinks and how quick she is to defend motherfuckers, I wouldn't do the same for her. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna have to learn the hardest way. All right, hold up, man. All right, let me get somebody else on though. And then she said anxious to tell. Good God. Let me get somebody else on, man. Nah, I had it was good.
I'm 26 before anybody asks. I spoke to you briefly before, to be fair, and I do watch your videos, so I do know what to do. I just want advice. There is this person that I'm currently speaking to, but I want to, how can I decipher whether he just wants the cookie or wants to actually pursue something further? Because he's being persistent and consistent in terms of communication and showing up. But when I ask him what he wants for real, he doesn't give me a direct answer.
Are you really asking me if you know the answer to that? Because let's be honest, you said you watch my videos, right?
Yeah.
You know the answer to the question.
I know the answer to the question, but I want to hear it.
How old is he?
He's 25.
You asked a grown-ass man what his intentions are.
Yes.
He can't give you a direct answer, yet he's quote-unquote persistent.
Okay, fairs. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you.
Right? Okay, so what are you going to do about that, though?
I'm going to distance myself and just let it go, because obviously if he can't give me a direct answer, then there's no direct place we're going to.
What does it mean? How are you going to distance yourself? How does that work?
Well, I mean, I'm going to tell him that what he's looking for isn't what I'm looking for, and then move on from there. What did I say wrong? What are you saying? No, please, speak up.
But y'all see why it be too easy, though? How long have you known him?
For a year now, to be fair.
A year?
Yeah.
And you aren't in a relationship?
No.
And you feel like you owe that person that's been wasting your time for an entire year. You're asking that person a year in what their intentions are. So he's been wasting your time for an entire year. You're gonna let him know why you're gonna leave?
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Do y'all see why it's been but do y'all see why it's been a year though? Because
Yes.
she's the type to communicate and beg, damn near, right? Because that's basically a year and you're basically begging indirectly. She's the type to beg and have conversations instead of just disappearing. That's the problem. Let's call it spades, right? Right? In order for a fucked up nigga or a fucked up woman, right, to survive, right, they have to deal with somebody who's like her. They have to. They can't deal with somebody that sees shit and has the strength to just maneuver without saying too much, because that's not good. They can't grow with that. They have to deal with somebody that's more curious, that wants to know why, that needs the validation. That's who they have to deal with. They can't deal with somebody that bro, man, I got too much pride for this shit. Man, I have too much. I don't play like that. They can't deal with that. It's impossible. They'll get nowhere. But because she's over here trying to explain to niggas that it's been, lock in. Lock in, J Booney.
Okay.
All right, man. Perfect candidate, absolutely. I always tell it, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, but I tell people this all the time, right? There's 7 billion plus people on Earth. There's 7 billion plus people on Earth. Why do you feel like you have to be the one for somebody to come play with? No, seriously. Y'all watch me get on live every week. And we hear, why do you feel like you have to be the one for somebody to come play with like that? Why? Let's see. I should start tweaking. What's good, yo?
Can you hear me?
Y'all can hear you?
Okay, so this is gonna be quick because I feel like I already did the right thing, but I just want to make sure like I'm not being too harsh. I'm 23, by the way.
Okay.
So I was talking to this boy, and
How old is he?
he 23 too.
23, okay. Break it down.
So we both went to elementary school together or whatever, but like we never dated or nothing like that. But we somehow ran into each other recently, and we started communicating, not on nothing serious, but I just didn't like the fact that he was like a bad communicator and we not even doing nothing serious, basically. So we did like some weird situation where we like just texting each other on and off, but it was never really going anywhere because he wasn't really communicating well. So eventually
he wasn't ever pursuing you intentionally, what you said.
Yeah, basically. So eventually I had end up telling him, he ended up texting me one day asking me why like I kind of fell back on him or whatever. And I ended up basically telling him, which is like, it didn't seem like you really was on nothing basically. So I feel like that was already I feel like I already did too much by even telling him the reasoning. Or maybe I'm just crazy.
No, you're not.
So I told him that or whatever, and he ended up saying like, okay, he be busy with work and that he want to basically give it another go. So we ended up talking again, and Valentine's Day came around and he didn't get me nothing, and so I ended up cutting him off. So I wanted to know, like, was I being too harsh or was I just on the right track?
That was almost 2 months ago. What?
Yeah, I know, but he's trying to spin a block basically.
He's trying to spin the block. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. Remember how I told y'all that everybody knows who they can play with based on that person's willingness to respond. Right, and that's why I feel like my first response is too much. Peak game. Because niggas know everybody knows who to play with when it comes to communication, right? And if I'm already lacking in certain areas, right, I'm not even really talking to you like that before. It's on and off when it comes to the communication. I'm not pursuing you intentionally. And you're still talking to me whenever I feel like talking to you. What picture does that paint for me about you? That I'm a goofy. That's how I took it, at least. At what point? So, okay, do you think you're a goofy? No, I don't think I'm a goofy at all. So if he thinks you're a goofy and you don't think you're a goofy, How is it possible that this person can keep talk? How is he how did he keep talking to you?
No, I'm saying we not talking. That's the point. I'm saying before I made an executive decision to start back talking to him, I wanted to know would that be a dumb decision?
How could he spin a block that's closed off? How's that possible?
You know what? You're right. You're right. Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you, man. Y'all be talking about some of the blocks can't be spun, but I don't see no motherfucking yellow tape. That shit clear as ever. Not one yellow tape, nothing, no barricades, no nothing. But the block can't be spun though. True. Let's see. Not a single yellow tape in sight, man. Oh, you mad today? Nah. I just want everybody to take themselves seriously. It's not about me being mad for what.
No, I agree.
I want everybody to lock in. That's what I want, so that y'all can focus on what needs to be focused on. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all, man. What's good, yo?
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
All right, well, I just have a question. Like, it happened back in December. And anyways, so long story short, went out with this guy. I guess it was just like my friend's cousin. He hooked me up with him, whatever. He ended up taking me to like Disneyland. He ended up taking me to Disneyland for like our second date.
Real quick, how old are you and how old is he?
So it's funny because we're both in our 30s.
Okay.
So yeah. So I mean, we're grown people and stuff, and then I like that we had a conversation before going to Disneyland because that was supposed to be our first date, but it didn't happen. Okay. So then we ended up going to a restaurant. We got a chance to sit down and talk, and we talked about like what we are looking for within a partner. We talked about our experience as well too, and what we're like. We learned it was like the most mature conversation we encountered, and I like the fact that he mentioned a lot of things that I'm looking for within a person without me even saying anything. But after some time, I just felt like something was off, and I just felt like maybe like because he kind of lives far away, he lives like 2 hours away from me. And I just kept feeling like maybe he's not looking to see me for like a third time or something. And so that made me feel wrong or made me feel off or anything like that. So then I confronted him about it. And he said that he felt like things were moving too fast. But I'm like thinking like he's the one that started everything. So anyway, so then
he said that things were, wait, I missed that part. You said he said that things were moving too fast?
Yes.
You said it out of his mouth?
Yes.
Right.
And then I was just like, well, you know what? If that's how you feel, then we could be friends. Like, I'm not an enemy or anything like that. We're in the same friend group, whatever. So we could just be friends, like, you know. And then like we had we were just having a conversation. I was just checking up on him, see how he was doing and stuff. Everything seemed so like normal. And then he said that he'll like message me or text me the next day or whatever, and then he never did. He like basically ghosted. So I'm like thinking, was there another girl?
Is that really your concern?
Yeah, honestly, because I was just like thinking like everything just felt like it was moving too quickly. But the fact that he didn't want to like try to plan to see me or anything like that, it kind of made me think that. But I mean, like, it kind of moved on from that, but it's just like kind of made me think like, did he actually have another girl or something? Or is it just like, he really, I don't know.
Are you dating intentionally?
I am, but this year I am really just giving myself time not to date right now. I'm not even messing around with any or anything. I'm just like focused on more like my career because I just got started.
When did you stop talking to him? Or when did he stop?
Officially in like the beginning of like January.
Okay. Yeah, no. No. I mean, but it's April.
Yeah. So I mean, I never spoke to him since.
Yeah, nah. Come on. You're not worried about that, man. Whether he had, maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. How could that affect you at this point?
No, I was just like thinking about it. I'm just like, I don't know. I just kind of felt weird. Like it made me. I'm not saying like it will affect me later on, but it just kind of like made me think like the fact that he just ghosted just like that when
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. Not on this goes for all of us. Now, it doesn't. None of us are above this, but not every person that we come across is gonna like us or be as much as interested as we are in them, right? And that's just what it is. That's life. None of us can necessarily avoid that, man. You know what I mean? That's fine. So that's what I'm saying. You don't be concerned about wow, he goes to do so on and so forth. This is what it is. You dodged the bullet. If you
True.
Now you're not dating somebody that ideally just doesn't like you or leading you on, right? It ended nice and early. That's all you have to worry about. That's it and that's that. You don't gotta worry about nothing else about whether you had a girl or not.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take this year a break because like I cannot deal with the guys anymore. I don't like the guys that approaches me because I'm just like these guys. I don't know. They approach me and I feel like they're so passionate so quickly, and I'm just like, I just need time for myself. It's just like these guys are just like no.
That's completely fine. You don't have to talk to anybody this year. You can focus on yourself. Nothing wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I appreciate you having on, Annie.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Ain't nothing wrong. Yeah, people are weird. Yeah, you can't. Hit or miss, y'all. Hit or miss. Let's see. Give me shine. What's going on, man? How you doing? Type shit. I be swearing niggas be requesting. Look, they don't even be saying hi. Like, they be getting up on here and just was good. Like, yeah, I don't like when when at least say hi, they just disappear. What's good, yeah? Where?
Hi.
What's going on, man?
What's up? How are you?
What's going on? What's going on?
I had a question about a past relationship. So I was with somebody for about 2 years. Okay. And
how old are you and how old is that individual?
I'm 24. When we first started dating, 23, and they're 32. Yeah. So so basically this thing I don't know, I'm attracted to, I guess, honestly, I don't think that's what it is. But anyway, he would say often that I was too friendly and I preferred
real quick, Nina, how long was he saying that to you? Like from the beginning? Like first year in, he was telling you.
Yeah, because we met at work and we work in a very I work in the film production industry, so everybody's talking to everybody. So he's that way too. So it's just like everybody's like that. Mind you, I know myself. I'm not flirty at all. I'm just kind. Like if you talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you. It's cordial. We're at work. Like it's fine. If I thought a guy would. Oh, I'm sorry.
The reason why I asked is because I wanted to see how he looks at you, right? I already know how he looks at you, but I wanted to see how long he was looking at you like that. Yeah, he's much older. Obviously, you're younger. He wants to control so on and so forth. But he also said you're friendly. When you hear shit like that from anybody you're dealing with, it's a big no from the very beginning. That's just how they look at you, whether you're friendly or not.
Right.
You're cool. But if that's how they're looking at you, it's that. But go ahead, continue. Break it down for me.
Right. No, I agree. He's my ex now because this came up plenty of times to the point where it was just like clearly an insecurity thing. Because I even took his, if he had a problem, I wouldn't shut it down. I'd listen and I'd be like, okay, who are you talking about? Oh, this guy, you think he's being like this? Okay, word. I'll dead that shit right now. I don't care about anybody else's feelings over yours. And he would say, he might catch me saying something to that person once, and it was just always an argument. It was to the point where every time I went to work, I was anxious, and I'm like, whoa, this is my job. I enjoy it. It just was very much that way. But it came out pretty much very quickly after he showed he's oh, you're a whore, you're a slut. He would say shit like that. Mind you, not at all me. I'm not, I would tell you right now, yeah, I fucked a couple people. No, but before him, there was this other.
He called you out of your name?
He called me on my name. That's why it's done.
No, like continue.
So before that, though, there was this guy I met on set that I was like, we had went out for drinks once and we had talked, and then he came to my apartment one time, but we didn't even do anything, mind you. So I told him about this guy, like in maybe like this, like a year after we started like dating, because I didn't think they knew each other. But then I saw him on set with him and I was like, oh, like, just so you know, like, I have to tell you, like, I like dated this guy for a couple, like for like a couple dates, and then nothing ever happened of it though. And he would just like pry and pry and pry. And I had to like tell him every single detail. But basically like that like played into the role that he thought that I was.
But the thing is, all right, so what y'all don't understand in a situation like that, right? It's not even a matter of loyalty. He was never loyal to her. Right? He doesn't respect her enough to be loyal to her, unfortunately, right? But it was also just a matter of, you know, like y'all say in the comments, controlling, being able to get that validation, being able to have that sense of like dominance, that control, like when you were talking to this person, so on and so forth. Okay, you got now she got to explain herself, so on and so forth, prove herself. Yeah, y'all know how it goes. But so what was like so you're saying that him calling you out your name was the deal breaker?
Well, actually, like, I'm disgusted to say, like, it happened a couple times, and then I finally was like, this is like changing how I think about myself, so I'm gone.
Okay, good. All right. So what question do you have for me?
My question was, like, when it comes to, do you think, I was basically going to say, do you ever think that's actually true? Like, I do see girls who are a bit, like, flirty, but do you think that I was supposed to take his advice? Or, like, I was supposed to listen to him? Or immediately after he said that, I should have been, like, red flag?
I feel as though there's someone for everything, right? But I would say this, the age gap was a thing, right? So you're dealing with somebody who, for one, y'all weren't even in the same, you know, like let's be fair, y'all in two different areas in life. So automatically, 9 times out of 10, in a situation like that, the respect already isn't there, right? They're not looking at you as ideally an equal. Right. Now, and that's kind of what you got. You got to look at the bigger picture, right? So that you kind of didn't really stand a chance from the very beginning. But I always say, you know, I don't think, how do I say this? That sounds crazy. If you're telling me that you weren't friendly, but he's saying that you are, right? 9 times out of 10, there is a chance that person was projected, right? There is much of a chance that person was. Were y'all ever really together, Nina? Like in terms of an actual relationship? It was, that's what I'm saying. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Damn, you cut out. 9 times out of 10. What was the key part? Hello?
Can you hear me? Were y'all ever really together? What the fuck?
Yeah, we were.
Okay. What the fuck? I'm gonna just say this, Nina, and this should be a rule of thumb for everybody in this live. And I swear to God, I'm not lying. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. If you ever come across a situation to where you're constantly being called friendly, whether you're a man or what, you separate yourself from that situation immediately before it gets wicked. Okay? That should just be an easy rule. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but that should be an easy rule of thumb for everybody in this live. If somebody is either they're calling you out your name, right? Or they're saying that you're this, that, and the third, right? Everything under the sun, right? But a woman of God, maneuver.
Right, and it's because my discernment had me telling me that, but I don't know why. I mean, it was a point in my life where I just tried to hold on to something that wasn't for me. Yeah. But anyway, yes, that's I feel that. Thank you.
All right, I appreciate you having on, huh?
All right.
Yeah, the connection was a little choppy there. I don't know what happened. No, I'm telling y'all this right now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I know this for a fact because whenever I swear to God, whenever I ever thought in my head to any point in time that a girl was friendly, it was always a dub. Ever at any point in my time, in my head, or in my life, when I ever call anybody friendly, I swear to God, it was a dub. I will never lie to you. Hey, man. Run. Let's see. I got you back there. No, It's definitely subjective. It depends on the person, right? Which is why I always tell y'all compatibility matters. So what I may view as friendly, the next person may not, right? That is definitely like it's definitely a subjective thing. So yeah, they people who don't think that of you. What's good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's the word?
Okay. Hi. So I have, I think, 2 questions. I'm 29, by the way. So the first question is, so I was talking to this guy. We were born in the same month of October. So his birthday is the 1st and mine is like the 13th. Okay. Right? So his birthday, I did all, the extravagant stuff that a girlfriend would do for a boyfriend or whatever. My birthday, he did what he was supposed to do, but we didn't get the chance to spend the time together. However, I am seeing where he posted me on WhatsApp, but I was not able to see the status.
Hey, real quick. I'm hearing myself. Can you mute yourself and unmute yourself real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of a. Yeah, just mute yourself. Yeah, and
can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm hearing myself too.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jamaican. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. Yes, what's up, guys?
All right, so real quick, how old is the guy that you're talking about?
He is like 30 and I'm 29.
Okay, and how long were you dating this individual?
About a year or so.
A year. Yeah. So were y'all in a relationship, or would you say it was like more like y'all are dating, talking to each other?
We're dating and a relationship. I don't know. It's dating. Yeah.
But were y'all in a committed? Like he asked you to be the girlfriend.
Yes, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
All right, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. All right, so birthday comes around, you did what you were supposed to do for the birthday. Then what happened?
And when his birthday came, I did what I was supposed to do. However, on my birthday, he posted me on WhatsApp. In Jamaica, we use WhatsApp, okay? So he posted. Yeah, we use WhatsApp in Jamaica. We don't use like the iMessage and whatever. So he posted me on WhatsApp. So when he posted me on WhatsApp, I was not able to see the status. And a mutual friend of ours could see the status, but I was not able to see the status. So I asked him about it. He's saying, oh, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what. From my understanding, WhatsApp works 2-way. If you block me, I'm not able to see the status. If you don't block me, I'm able to see it, right? So anyways, I stopped talking to him. He reached out to me a few times. Didn't do much, just trying to gaslight the situation. I stopped talking to him. Do you think I did the wrong thing, or was it too much? What do you guys think? Let me know.
Wait. So he blocked. So he posted you and then blocked you?
No. What I gather from what happened is he blocked me before he posted me, but forgot that he blocked me and posted me, but did not unblock me. So this was an ongoing thing where he was posting stuff, but I was not able to see it until my birthday. I realized that I've been blocked.
He didn't remember. Damn.
Yeah, and he didn't remember, right?
Yeah, getting caught. Yeah. Damn. Were you asking if you did the right thing?
Huh?
You asking me if you did the right thing?
Yeah.
Come on, I can come on. You know what it is.
That man was gone the next day, okay? He was out of here immediately.
Very good. Hey, I appreciate you having on, all right? That's some shit. Niggas just got, Damn, bro. A Jamaican man? No. He's not a Jamaican man. He's from Trinidad. He's not a Jamaican man, no. Jamaican guys don't participate in those types of activities, I noticed. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what he was, but let's see.
Oh my.
Nah, maybe he was Guyanese, or maybe he was somebody else. I know Jamaicans don't do that, though. Jamaican guys are very much so loyal. You know what I mean? Niggas don't participate in that. Yo, what's the word, yo?
Hello.
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's going on?
Listen, I didn't expect you to accept it. Oh my God. So, okay, I'm a senior in college, right? And my freshman year, I was hooking up with a guy, and it basically ended because he just randomly like had a thing with another girl. And then I texted him when I come back to campus after.
Wait. You said randomly?
What, like it randomly ended?
Like you said, like you were hooking up with a guy your freshman year, senior year, so it's been years, right? Hooking up with a guy freshman year, but he was randomly hooking up with another girl.
Yeah, but I didn't know about that. So it was winter break at that time. And then we come back from break and I text him to like link up. And he just randomly responds like, I'm with somebody else. So I hit him with a question mark. And the next day, like I block him after I like calm down. Cause I'm like, what the fuck, right? The kicker is we're the same major in school. So we see each other literally every day. And I go to a really small school. So yeah. The thing is though, he has a girlfriend and he literally like flirts with me constantly. And he also like says that other girls are like.
Also somebody that was hooking up with him, and even knowing that you're hooking up with this individual, you're still talking to him. So he knows that you don't have any real standards, right? So he knows who to play with. You're just saying he has a girlfriend, you're still talking to, right? That proves it. He knows he's fucked up, and he knows if he's fucked up, he can only talk, and you know that he's fucked up, and you're still talking to him. What does that kind of make you?
No, you're right too. The worst part is that he Instagram DMs me freshman year so that I can unblock him. Like he was like, "Oh, you should unblock me so I can see you again." And I go and I sleep with him.
Y'all are a perfect match for each other. I'll say that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you.
Keep stepping on, huh? All right, bro. Nowhere close to changing. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can kind of tell by the way she's talking. You can definitely tell. Definitely could tell, man. That's just somebody that's gonna have to learn the hard way. See, one thing about me, I've been doing this long enough to know when somebody's gonna have to learn the hard way and not give too much energy to that conversation. Because what the hell are we talking about? He just said that a nigga has a girlfriend. She's still talking to him after he did what he did to her. What? And then she thought it was funny.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, I get you. What's the word?
Okay, I'm gonna keep this story short. So me and my boyfriend, we've been together for like a year, right? A little over. And last month we had took a break for like 2 weeks.
Hold on, stop right there. Why y'all blaming her? What the hell are you talking about? Did you not hear me openly say that the person is fucked up and that she's fucked up and that they're perfect for each other? What are you talking about? Y'all see how people be having selective hearing? Y'all be seeing how people be having selective hearing? I quite literally said out loud that this person is obviously not a good person. She's not a good person for going along with it. Hey, man. What's the word? Go ahead, continue.
Okay, so we had took a break for like 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, I got with somebody, he got with somebody. And last week, I just found out he got her.
How old are both of y'all?
I'm 24, he's 29.
So, how long were you in a relationship with this person?
Yes, we've been together for like a little over a year, but we had just took a break.
Okay, now let me ask you something. Why did y'all take a break?
Because we were going through it. Like we were just fighting a lot every day.
Okay, what was the root of the arguments? What were y'all fighting about?
It was just, he would be out all the time and like he would never invite me, but
he doesn't like you.
But listen,
now,
last week I found out he got this girl pregnant because she was DMing me and stuff, and I just don't know what to do.
How old is he?
He's 29.
29.
Yeah.
How old is the girl that's pregnant?
She's 27.
27.
That's what she told me.
Okay, and you're asking me. Well, first of all, you go on breaks?
Nah, this was like the first time we ever went on a break.
Okay, so what do you? Let me ask you something. Just ideally, let's say for instance you didn't find out that old girl was pregnant. What would you? What's a break?
I would still be with him, but like now I don't know.
But you just said that y'all will argue a lot, you know.
But we were working on it, and he said that he doesn't want to like be with this girl. Of course, he would take care of his baby, but he wouldn't leave me.
But what you told me that he was arguing about, right? You and I both know the reason why that is, right? is because the individual doesn't like or respect you on that level, right? That only makes sense. Right. So you're also telling me that if you didn't find out that the girl was pregnant, you would have still been there, knowing that this person doesn't like or respect you, or she was right?
Wait, I got one last thing to say.
You don't think you have a bigger problem when it pertains to that? What's the last thing that you have to say to me?
April Fools, respect yourself, ladies.
Okay. Wait, you know what's crazy? No, this motherfucker commented saying she was gonna do that. How the fuck? Nah, hold on, yo. This motherfucker really commented. Yo, what the fuck? Nah, she just trying out. Cause I'm over here getting ready to get tight now. How the fuck I get got, yo? Man. Pissed me off for now. Word up. Nah, she funny as hell for that. Unfortunately, a lot of y'all don't be y'all don't be April Fools in me though. A lot of y'all really living that. How does that make y'all feel? For the people that are watching my live right now, that's living that or worse. She just got on this motherfucking April Fools me. And y'all out here living that shit in real life. Nah, that was a good one though, I ain't gonna lie. Let's get Lydia up here now. Yo, what's the word, yo?
Okay, so I'm grown, but I just want to know because my friends say I'm crazy. But okay, so I met this guy online.
How old is he?
46. I'm 40. We're grown.
Okay.
All right. So when we met about a month ago, when we first met, I'm saying like right off the app.
What app was that?
This was Facebook dating. I was just playing around, being bored.
Okay.
So after we met, after we exchanged numbers and stuff like that, we was on the phone and he was like, I gotta call you back. Apparently his mom ended up having a stroke. Cool. Okay. So he's been back and forth. I live in one town. His mom was in another town, like an hour away. So he was like, well, he's been back and forth. So since then she's had another stroke and then she eventually passed away like last week. Okay. So the funeral was this week, but lately he's been like kind of radio silence. Friday, he texted me. He was like, hey, I want to come see you. I was going to come in town. I said, okay, cool. Maybe when you come in, we can go and hang out, whatever, stuff like that. But he never called me. The whole weekend, he never called me. So I like text him yesterday morning. I'm like, yo, like I thought this was going to be something different, but okay, clearly, you have your thing going on. So he apologized. And I was like, okay, cool. We apologize. He sincerely apologized. I understand, I've been radio silence, but I've been dealing with a lot. He's the oldest, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool. And we FaceTime at this point, and he was like, listen, I'm going to take a nap because I've just got back in town. I'm going to call you back, when I wake up. Cool. I haven't heard from him.
Give me a little bit of context. Wait, give me a little bit of how long has it been since you've been talking to this guy?
It's only been a month. But see, my problem is that I've been single now for 3 years and I'm really like zero tolerance. So I'm already ready to block him since he told me he was going to call me back yesterday. He didn't call me back. And then you've been radio silence. I don't like the wishy-washy. But my girlfriends are like, no, you're being too harsh. Maybe, he's, funeral arrangements. I get it. I understand. But it's like, I really don't want to give a hell. But I feel like kind of hurt, like bad because it's like the funeral is this weekend. Right. It's like, am I wrong?
No, right. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. First of all, let me address the dating app part, right? There is going to be, just aside from him, because he's going through what he's going through. Mm-hmm. But just in general, just so you understand, when you're looking for a man on a dating app, right, you're likely to find something that is going to kill you. Again,
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Right, absolutely. Right now, when it pertains to this very situation, right, this man's his mom passed, right? Mm-hmm. Respectfully, if something ever happened to my mom, I would disappear off it, right?
Right.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. when it pertains to loss, right? Especially loss that close, right? So I would say, right, because like I said, you haven't dated in 3 years. You may be looking for something that's going to be a lot more serious, a lot more intentional. It's only been a month. Ideally, he may not be the one that you know what I mean? Leave him, let him.
Give him space.
Let him.
I won't block him. I'll just give him space then. I was ready to block him because I'm a blocker. Don't block.
You know what? Look. How about this? I'm thinking to myself. Nah. I'm thinking to myself though because.
See, that's a hard one because I'm confused too.
I ain't gonna lie. OG, for his sake, for his sake.
Mm-hmm. Don't block him.
No, block him.
Block him.
Yeah. For his sake though.
You right.
No, for his sake. All jokes aside. Like again, there is none. No. Please block.
Did you call me OG? I see that you did call me OG.
No, I ain't wrong with that. I respect what
I'm an old lady.
I respect one thing about me.
My daughter listens to you, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm probably the oldest that's been on here before.
I wouldn't say oldest people, but I respect my elders though. I'm always going to do that. I don't matter.
No, but I was looking for an objective perspective because it's like obviously I really want to block him, but my girlfriend's like, no, you have to understand. You
also have to think. The reason why I'm saying for his sake, right? He's not even in a place right now to be dating.
You're right.
Are you getting what I'm saying? Especially on dating apps, if you will.
You're right.
So like you don't want to put yourself in that position, and I don't think she should be in that position either.
Right.
That's why I'm saying you should probably just remove yourself from the situation completely. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. You got to look at the situation.
You're right. I totally agree. I'm gonna definitely do that. Okay, thank you.
I appreciate y'all for knowing, man. All right. Auntie, listen, she was already finna do it. Yeah, y'all got to think about it, right? She's not in a place to be kind of, it's been 3 years since he's been single. She's trying to date seriously, right? So we want her to, we want her to be put in the best position possible, and he's going through something, right? So we got to kind of think about that. I don't want her to feel, you know what I mean? Because then that's going to put her in an awkward spot, and she doesn't, we don't need her to be in an awkward spot, man. We don't need her to be in an awkward spot. So yeah, we got to, man. Word up. That's how y'all gotta think, man. 40 is not old. It's not old. But like I said, me personally, I respect my elders. So I always, you know what I'm saying? What's good? Let's see. Nah, I still wouldn't consider it. Old though. Still. Let's see. It never ends? Absolutely not. Which is why it's important that we protect ourselves. You know what I mean? Preserve ourselves and our mental health early on. It's important that we protect ourselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. It never ends, man. Niggas that 50 in their 50s, 40s, it don't matter. People are gonna be bad when they want to be bad. What's good, man?
Hello.
What's the word?
Hello.
What's going on?
So basically, I'm in a situationship, and I had an argument.
You're in a what now?
I'm in a situationship.
Situationship in big 2025.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. How old are you and how old is the individual?
22. He's 27.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know why I'm laughing. Your reaction is funny.
22 and 27. But break it down for me.
It's complicated. It's more of a thing where it's like we met through a friend of a friend, and then we just got really close in terms of just like our goals. We're both academics, and so that's how it happened. And then now I'm in a situation where I'm like, I know it's bad, but like, I'm catching feelings.
Can you elaborate as to how long have you been talking to this person?
A year.
Like, you've been talking to him for a year.
Yeah.
And obviously no relationship, correct?
No.
So in 2025, you're okay. And you said you're in school.
Yeah.
So when it comes to education, you're on the right track. You're doing what you're supposed to do there. But that's not necessarily reflecting your dating life, because you're okay talking to somebody for an entire year. So essentially, you're okay with somebody wasting your time.
Do you know what? It's not necessarily the fact that I'm okay with talking to them. I feel like it's a thing where it started off as friends. I don't have any like intentions to be this person, but then it also kind of like it just escalated. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to navigate getting out.
Let me tell you something. So by escalate, you mean y'all started doing things that weren't friend-like?
Yeah.
It didn't escalate, honey. It didn't escalate. You're still a friend, but he uses you whenever he feels like it, and you're okay with that. It didn't escalate to anything.
When you put it like that, it's like
it didn't escalate to anything. He found the perfect target, right? Somebody that's okay being in your situation. Think this is normal or cool to any degree, and you're still doing it because I'm assuming you still talk to him, right?
Yeah, I do.
So you found somebody that's much younger, much more impressionable. That's easy to do what he wants with her, nice and easy. Now let me ask you something, right? Are you looking to date this person seriously at any point in time?
No.
No?
No.
So what are you looking for ideally?
I'm not looking for anything right now, but it's like I want to get to a place where we can just be friends again.
You know what it is, people. Let me tell you what it is. In 2025, we've become too comfortable being socks. Right?
Oh,
people.
Okay.
No. So now let me elaborate on that. Right?
Okay.
So, what we gotta take our sock off and put it back on, right?
Right.
What exactly do you think he's doing to you this entire year? That is not your friend. All right, let me clear it up for you. So when it comes to male-female friendships, right? Especially platonic ones, it actually has to be platonic, right?
Right.
But once it kind of gets mixy and there's like a gray area, and sometimes we do this, and with a little benefit, friends with a little benefit, it always gets messy, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's me, you, anybody else who tries it. When you start to mix it up, it gets really messy. Now, you correct me if I'm wrong. Once it gets messy, is it really possible for it to go back to a normal friendship?
You know what? You're probably right, but like a part of me feels like there's got to be a way out.
A part of you just doesn't want to let go of somebody that you wanted, right? You don't want to let go of somebody that ideally you wanted them to take you seriously, but it never happened. So it's an attachment issue, a lack of self-esteem issue more than anything else. It's not about friends, or it's not about any of that. At this point, it's going to become personal, because what I'm telling you right now isn't anything that you don't know. You knew you were being used. It's not about what you don't know. I'm not speaking a new language to you, right?
Right.
It's about having a lack of self-esteem to where, you can know something, but you're still going to allow it because, it's that person, or you like that person's validation, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it is. That's what it always boils down to. You're okay lying to yourself every day. You wake up in the morning, still talking to this person that you want, but that doesn't want you. You're lying to yourself, saying that, I wish we could revert back to a friendship. That's not what you really want. If you really wanted a friendship, you would have never allowed it to get there, to where y'all were doing non-friend things, if that's what you wanted as a woman. So what you have to do is come back to reality, right?
Right.
Reality.
Tell me the truth.
I understand that this 27-year-old would never look at you like that, which is okay. Dating is a hit or miss. And move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to cut access to people who played in your face.
Okay, but what if I live in close proximity to this person and it's hard to avoid this person?
What if I live in close proximity? So it's
like we live around, because obviously I'm in uni.
You know why? Do you know why that's a real issue for you though? Mama, I keep telling you, it really is not. There are people who get married, right? Spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on their weddings, and they have to have these people, right? They have to stand on business. They have to divorce, right? There are people with kids, carried these people's kids for 9 months. Person did something wrong. Now they have to get rid of them. Real issues. You're talking about proximity. He never gave a fuck about the proximity because you're not in a relationship with this person. You're still being used. So you care more about the proximity than he does.
That's the reality of being a female. We just more like emotional.
Don't put that on all of them. That's your reality.
Okay, that's just my reality then.
Yeah, don't put that
I understand that.
I understand that people go through things, right? We're not perfect, but don't put your reality on. Don't do that. Don't do that to my peoples. That's you.
Well, damn. Okay. So
but I'm gonna say this though: the quicker you get out of that mentality to where people are, they're going, they some people, that's what we have to deal with as women. So you kind of got to get out of that mentality though, right? If you ever want to actually like progress as a human being, because you're only 22, right? You have time. If you ever really want to progress, live a little bit differently, right? You gotta get rid of that. You have to be different, even if that's what everybody else is doing. You know what's wrong, right? You have to be different.
So what do you think the first step is? Just like block the person and cut contact and like...
Well, do you want to continue waking up to a lie every day?
It's not like I'm sleeping with this person. Like it's not that. It's not like that.
See, that response tells me everything I need to know about what's going to happen after this conversation. You see, that was the one thing about me. That response tells me everything I need to know about what's going to happen after this conversation. Yeah, she's going to have to learn the hard way, unfortunately. But that's typically what happens when a 27-year-old plays with a 22-year-old.
I'm not gone, guys. I'm not gone. Please.
That's what happens. No, I'll jokes love. It's not for you. Like you know what I mean? You're 27 talking to a 20. You knew you were never going to take her serious. Why are you doing that? But listen, you might have to learn the hard way, and it's okay. All right? You might have to, I don't think me alone telling you how you need to maneuver is going to be enough. He might have to teach you something for real.
Can I tell you something?
Oh my God. No, you can't tell me nothing. April Fool! No, you can't tell me nothing, bro. You can't tell me nothing. She's lying, bro. There's not no damn April. See, she looked at the comments and saw the April Fools and thought she was going to do the same shit. Nah. I don't believe that one. She saw the comments talking about some April Fools, right? And she going to agree with that shit. Go ahead, yo. Yo, I'm crying. Not everybody trying to use that. Nah, yeah, nah. Only person I was gonna get out of that is the one person that did it. I'm talking about some damn proximity. Let's see. Let's see what we got coming up next, man. I'm glad y'all have the discernment. Y'all know what's real and what ain't. Right? What's the word, man?
Hi, how are you?
You doing all right? What's going on with you?
Good. So this may be kind of weird, but I wanted to get on here and ask you. So I'm 26. My boyfriend, I've been dating him for like 6 months. He's 28. Okay. This whole time we've had like a really, really healthy relationship. Like I feel like he's really healed. I'm really healed. Like we've had fun. I trust him. I feel like he trusts me. And then I just feel like recently, like it's like, this may be so small, but I feel like I've been like giving hints or like we've been like going out on dates still. And I'll say like places I want to go. And then every time he mentions somewhere to go, it's like not even anywhere that I've mentioned. And then he'll ask me like, hey, where do you want to go? And I've told him like 5 other times. And I just feel like, I think it's a listening thing. And I feel like he's like not listening to me. And then I wonder like what the holdup is of like, is he not hearing me or is he like thinking about other logistical things and not necessarily like the plans? And so I'm like, am I tripping or am I like...
Give me an example. Now give me an example. Give me an example of a place that you say you'd want to go.
Yeah, okay, so like the other, like a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned, I was like, I really want to try this new restaurant. I live in Atlanta. We live in Atlanta. I was like, I really want to try this new restaurant. And he was like, okay, yeah, like soon, like, like we will. And so then the other night he calls me and he's like, hey, on Wednesday, like, do you want to like do dinner or something? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, cool. Like, what's the plan? Like, where are we going? And then he like mentioned this place that like we've already been to 3 different times, and I'm like, he's like, what do you think about that?
But that's something that I feel like, because it's been 6 months, right? Have you spoken to him about this before? Have you brought it up?
I feel like, yeah, I brought it up a couple of different times. I'm like, well, I would like it if we were able to do this. Like maybe once or twice.
I'm talking about specifically what he's doing wrong, which is, you know what I mean? Because what I'm looking for, what I always look for, right? I look for effort, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the want to actually go out, the want to actually pursue and keep things, keep.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm not going to be a pessimist, right? That's not what I'm going to be here. I'm going to be, if y'all have to have the specific conversation as to what he's doing wrong. So for example, have the conversation about, man, I brought this up so on and so forth times. Basically what you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like have that conversation. Now, if you have this conversation that you're having with him,
mm-hmm.
right, and there's nothing changes, now we can talk about, well, might not be the person for me. Right?
Okay, yeah.
But if the person is pursuing you, right? This person, y'all have good conversations, everything else makes sense. That could just be something that, y'all could what are y'all talking about?
Y'all, it's the lighting, but whatever.
I'm talking about it here, man. Bro, we're not even talking about it. Y'all funny as hell, bro.
It's okay. I don't care. I feel like I get what you're saying. So like if I bring it up one time, it's just like I'm thinking futuristic and I'm thinking if I'm going to be with this person long term, I don't want to have to like constantly remind someone over and over like what I want.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why we have to have this specific conversation about doing that. And if that doesn't change, you see what I'm saying? Now we can maneuver. Like I said, it's only been 6 months. And this conversation it's only going to take one time to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like the same way you're talking to me about it, you got to talk to him about it. And if that doesn't, then you know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very simple. But yeah, I mean, if he's doing everything else right and he's doing what he's supposed to do, I'm not going to be like, oh, block. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, if the situation has substance, I like to hear substance.
Right. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm dying at the comments, but thanks.
That's good. Yeah, I appreciate you having on.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, nah. Well, should leave the question or not? But I don't think it's a matter of leaving at this point because like she's everything else is good. He's pursuing her. It's just like this, that same, he's not maneuvering how he needs to maneuver. He's not picking up what she's putting down, essentially. Right? I'm in enemy territory. Why you say that, Silver? Now I just need to leave him? Type shit. I'm dead, y'all. She wasn't dark. I'm crying. Yeah, what y'all think about that, man? No one even listened to. I'm curious. What do y'all think about that? Y'all think she should? That's just. I should leave. Y'all don't think he was good enough? I feel in here and can't real as fuck. Nah, I don't want. That's what I'm saying. You gotta think though. Yeah, I don't listen. Nah, y'all are funny as hell in the comments. But stop with that. Y'all gotta cut it out. What's lighting her picture? Yeah, unless he didn't care. Let's see. It wasn't a lie. Yo, y'all wild as hell. Hold on, y'all. Nah, she said they're in a relationship already. Now if they were in a relationship and it wasn't that, then y'all know my response would be a little bit different. I mean, shoot, that town was clear too. Y'all see how far I am from my phone. I can't see what y'all see. What's good, y'all?
Hey y'all.
What's the word?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Doing all right, man. What's the word?
Dude, listen. Because I'm about this close of just jumping off a bridge or shooting him. I don't know which one's better.
Wait, y'all gotta. We're on TikTok live, bro. Y'all good?
My fault. Let me dial it down.
Break it down. How old are you and how old is he?
What happened?
How old are you and how old is he?
I'm 20. I'm turning 22. He's turning 25.
Okay.
I mean, for a man that's pushing 30, like, you better be a grown-ass man. I think I have full permission to really... Let me not. First of all, I can't even... Yeah, I am getting distracted by the comments. Sorry.
No, don't look at the comments. Break the situation down for me. Why do you feel this way?
Okay, let's start from the beginning. You know those situationships you be hearing about on, like, TikTok or whatever? It'd be like, you know, when you don't like him, he likes you first, and then he ends up playing you kind of situation?
Right.
Lord knows. I put up enough. So we met for a minute. Like, we met, like, 2 years ago, but we really didn't fuck with each other because I refused. I was taking my sweet time, you know, to get to know him, to really figure out if I really want to do it or not, you know. Cool. So for a few months, we were just friends. We figured out that we, like, maybe we should be taking it serious. So, maybe we could do better.
Friendship, were y'all doing anything? Were y'all...
Nah, just really friends. Like, he knows he wanted to fuck with me, but we knew that, like, I knew that the minute, you know that thing where they're like, you know, after they get it, or the 3-month rule, everything changes. So that was one thing that I was really focused on. Okay. You know, that I was like, let's really focus on trying to see if this man really wants me for me.
Okay.
Or he really just, you know. Dude, we're chilling, and we actually started vibing with each other pretty good, to the point that I was like, yo, maybe I was the one tweaking out. Maybe, like, I'm the one with the issues. Like, maybe I'm the one that needs to get a grip, that I might be self-sabotaging, because it's a real thing. Cool. We do so well for the past, like, for 8 months straight. Don't mind this, I'm on my break. For like 8 months straight, we did so well, and I thought that we were doing good, but he kept doing little stuff that would be like, it's weird. He's on TikTok. Sometimes he does TikTok live games and stuff with other people, and he got on this game with 2 other girls and a random boy. It was like, oh, he was doing TikTok games because he wants the clout. He wants to be a TikTok famous person. I'm like, you know what? Chase your dreams.
But at this point, aren't in a relationship, right?
Huh?
Aren't in a relationship at this point, right?
Yeah. So we're already dating. Like, we're together 8 months. We're cool. So whole time I'm like, why are you on TikTok live doing games? Whole time you know you have a girlfriend. Like, it's weird. But his response was that everybody knows he had a girlfriend, so he wasn't doing anything wrong. Dude.
What kind of games are we talking about? What was like the...
That's what I'm about to get into. Tell me why. I'm literally like watching the live, but I'm not in the live. I'm watching the live from like when it shows you the preview, and the girl gonna ask, we don't live in the same state, but if I flew out, what would we do? Man didn't even wait till Shorty answered the question for him to be like, oh, we're fucking. Excuse me?
Wait,
excuse me?
That was actually a question that he asked?
The girl asked the question, he answered. Right.
And you were, I'm assuming that, you be on the lives, right?
No, I don't. I give him the support. He wants to be TikTok famous or whatever. Do you. Just have enough respect to not, like, be like these niggas that, you know, like, that are easy. Like, you know, you have all these girls in your comments and you're replying to every single one of them, but then you're going to post a video to be like, oh, you know, I have a girlfriend, y'all need to be careful, but you're the ones giving them the attention, so that's why they don't even respect the fact that you have a girlfriend, you know?
So the girl asked him what would we do, and he said, he's going to finish the question, he said, yeah, we doing this.
Right. He said, we're going out. Yo, this is crazy. He said, we're going out to dinner, but you know, we fucking. I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. I texted him. I don't think he didn't know I was watching the live because it was still from the preview. I never clicked on the live.
Ain't no way.
I texted him and I'm like, yo, you know, you're free. You're free to go fuck her. By the way, like, buy that next plane ticket, Get on that plane ticket. Go get her. Go get her, my guy. You just found the love of your life. Go fucking get her. I'm so proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Dude. Why the fuck is his response? I didn't do anything wrong. I was just keeping it 100.
Yeah, he was single. He was never in a relationship with you. You were in that relationship. He wasn't.
No, clearly. At that point, I already figured.
You can tell by that response within itself, yeah.
Yo, and then the whole thing is, I'm like, okay, cool. You're single to do whatever you want. Just leave me alone. You already figured out that you don't know. You know you don't want to be in a relationship. You know that you're not in the right mental state to be in one. So go do whatever you want to do. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. This nigga's gonna blow up my phone every day. Gonna text me every day, cry on my phone every day, to the point that he's like, oh, I can't breathe without you. Like that weird shit they all be doing. You already know.
Did you ever block this individual after, the conversation where he said, well, you checked him about it and he said he wasn't wrong, right? Did you block him after that?
No. Okay. That was on me though. That was on me, trust. I already know that part.
That's right there. So now I want the live to see the bigger picture. He's clearly fucked up. But does he have the wrong person? No. He's clearly on his timing, right? He's doing what he does, right? But does he have the wrong person when it pertains to who he's playing with?
Oh no, no, you don't get it. We got to get to the end. He definitely not playing with me. I already learned my lesson. You can only be stupid twice. Or what is that? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Whatever the fuck, however the fuck it goes. That's when I knew I was wrong, when I didn't block him the first time. Because, once your feelings start to overcloud your judgment or whatever you thinking like, oh, he could change. Or this could get better. No, the fuck it ain't. After cheating, it's always leave. It don't get better. The apologies continued. Of course, he's crying. I'm listening to them. He's still unblocked. So here's it, 6 months ago? 6 months ago, I'm finally like, you know what? Let's see where this could go. So I'm like,
What could go? I'm confused.
I'm trying to see if either I still like him or if I could get a get back. That's what I'm trying to see if I'm on. I'm like, do I like him and that's why I haven't blocked him? Or am I still hurt and then I'm going to get my get back? I couldn't get no get back. I could not get no get back. Nope, there was no get back. Trust, I already learned. I already fucking learned. It was my dumb feelings. It was the feelings clouding everything, that I was making up excuses for everything and everyone except for the fact that I knew that he wasn't the one for me. I finally get to talking to him. Yo, dude, when I tell you it was bad, it's go back to normal. It felt like it went back to normal. And then he slipped up. He told me he didn't have Instagram. He took it off because he would just mostly stay on TikTok after that whole wanting to be the TikTok thing. One day, we're just chilling. A notification pops up. It's from Instagram. I'm like, oh. Mind you, I'm about to ask him why he has Instagram, not on some, hey, who you texting on Instagram? What are you doing? I'm just trying to make sure if he had the app. Why do you have the app? You say you didn't need it. Nigga's gonna get up talking about something. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Delete the notification and lays back down. Mm-hmm. That was it. That was the wrapped up. That was the wrapped up for me. I was like, you know what? I might be stupid. I might be slow because that was my mistake for forgiving you and laying back down here with you. Mm-hmm. But I learned. Since then, he's been blocked, and I'm really proud of myself. He's been blocked.
We love it. Ain't nobody perfect, right? But that, when it comes to second chances, that's not something that you're open to again, though, right?
With him?
No, anybody.
No, I'm not gonna close myself off to no relationships because he fucked it up.
I just asked you a very simple question. When it comes to second chances, that's not something that you're gonna be
giving other people.
Right.
No, the first fuck up as big as this, when it comes to cheating, there shouldn't be any forgiveness. Because if you're so comfortable with doing it once with the person you also unquote love, why did you even think about it in the first place? Okay. That's literally what I used to really think about. If it's on some small shit, this girl likes you, you don't like her, but you continuously talking to her even though I told you not to.
That's small?
That is small depending on how your reaction to it is to me.
I need y'all to pay attention. I need y'all to pay attention to her house stuff. That's small?
So, look, I have this guy that used to like me, and he knew that. Me and him worked together. I never flirted with him or nothing. He would talk to me. We had like normal work conversations. I knew I was keeping it simple. If he was doing something like that, I'm not gonna tell the nigga to stop being friends with whoever he's friends with because he likes you. Just have enough self-control and respect to know that you have a fucking girlfriend. That's it. But after that, like to the point you get comfortable enough that y'all texting together, hanging out, even though you know she likes you, but oh, we're just friends. No, that's different. That's different. That's different for sure. But
I understand. Hey, Gigi, I appreciate you hopping on. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, she's gonna learn. She's younger though. She's 21. You know, she's gonna learn a very hard lesson. Very, very hard and harsh lesson. She's gonna learn it. The dude she was messing with before, he ain't teach her nothing yet. Like, you know, he didn't do the real damage, the real damage for her to get to that point where that's small, right? No. She's gonna learn a very hard lesson coming forward. You hear what she just said? But what the fuck? She said that's small. Good God. Hey, man. Perfect target. That's it and that's that. Perfect target. And you know what's crazy? That's kind of why I'm gonna say this. It's that mentality alone as well that plays into it. That's why some niggas that are 28, 29, as nutty and weird as it is, they'll go after people that are that much younger, that are more impressionable, because she thinks that's small. Like, she genuinely believes that that's small. Think about it. If you're a fucked up nigga at 28, 29, to where you like, ideally you're messing with motherfuckers that's that much younger, right? That would be the perfect person to mess with. Perfect. On something you don't gotta take her seriously shit, you just do whatever you want with him. Yeah, man. But I mean, we live and we learn though, so I'm not, you know, let's see. What's good?
Hello.
My story is way worse. It ain't about the story being worse. You know what I'm saying I want let's make the stories make sense. What's good?
I'm good, but I kind of need help. I'm dating someone who's like a promoter in New York.
Wait. You need help, you said?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I don't know if he's serious with me or.
How old is you and how old is the person that you need help with?
He's 25. He's a model and promoter and like a consultant.
Model, promoter, consultant in New York?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. Break it down for me.
Ooh, the comment though.
No, break it down for me. Let me hear it.
No, cause like, we met like multiple times for like weeks now, and we're like been going out, and now he's in Miami, and I've just heard stuff that he's like partying with Bonnie Blue.
Wait, how long have you been associating with this individual?
For like a month.
Okay, and what's the nature of it? Like y'all getting to know each other?
Yeah, like we went on a date and he paid for everything, and he said he really likes me and stuff.
Have y'all done anything at this point?
Yeah, we did.
What are you looking for in a between stand?
I don't know. I thought he was really cute, and he's like, he got stuff, you know, going on. He's pretty set. He looks good, and he treats me really good. Yeah. Like, I want him to be my boyfriend. That was my point.
Oh, okay. Now what's the issue that you're having?
Cause like, I don't know why, like, he ain't trying to see me after he been to Miami.
Are you trolling me or is this real?
What?
Are you trolling? It's April. Are you trolling or is this
No,
real?
I'm not trolling. It's real. Like, he's really cute, and he's a promoter and a model, and he works in like
If you and
consulting.
this person already did things, right, and they're already switching up on you, right?
Oh.
We couldn't possibly believe that there's gonna be anything more than what he's using you for now.
No, but he's like, he said like he missed me and stuff.
But he's refusing to see you.
Oh.
I'm not really. So, and you keep bringing Miami. What does Miami have to do with any of this?
I don't know. He said like he got work to do, but I don't know if it's like work or is it like promoter work?
So you're asking him why he's not really speaking to you as much, and you're saying, and you're and so wait, and he's responding by saying, I have this, that, and third going on, right?
Yeah.
It's only been a month.
Yeah.
And y'all aren't together.
No, I really like him though.
And y'all already hooked up.
Oh, yeah. Is that bad? I'm sorry.
It's not about it being bad. We're looking at the context of the situation. And you want to date seriously. Now I don't want you to end up with your feelings hurt, right? It's only been a month. Right?
Right. Okay.
So you don't think, right? Ideally, based on what we know so far, wouldn't the best decision for you to make, right, just to protect yourself in this type of situation, wouldn't
I should just like ghost him or like what?
I mean, it's coming anyways. It's either he's gonna do it to you, or he may use you a little bit more, maybe.
But he's like hella hot though. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get.
I know this type of girl. Right? I see what it is now.
No,
that's really there. I low-key kept hearing her say it, and I'm like, bro, it kept throwing me off. But now that I'm hearing you say it,
it's real though. It's real.
No. I know it's real. No, hey, Amanda, good luck to you, all right, man.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, nah. What the fuck? You can't talk to people who think like that. Ain't no fucking way. He's hella hot though. Yeah, let him do what he wants. He's gonna have his way. He's definitely gonna have his way. Let's see. Ryan.
Hello.
What's going on, Ryan? What's going on with you, man? Oh, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. So I have this question, right? I was just in a debate with a bunch of men, and they're saying that women claim they can crack a man, but they don't have the power to crack a man, and that's a man's only term. What is that? What's your take on that, personally?
How old are you and how old is the group of guys and chicks that you were talking to?
They vary from ages, but I think the oldest might be 25, and currently I'm 19.
They're in their 20s and you're 19.
Yes.
Right. 21 plus, y'all. 21 plus. Cracking? Are you cracking and who can do it and who can't? Are y'all kidding me? What the fuck? In 2025, when the price of eggs are $25, we're talking about who could crack and who can't crack. The fuck? What does that mean? But they're talking about fucking, and who could say who did it and who can't say who didn't do it. What's good, y'all?
Hi, can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just had one question. I wanted to ask, how do you stop a guy from feeling like comfortable with you? Like they made an effort in the beginning to show you an impression, and then they just now got comfortable with you.
Can you stop him?
Yeah.
You gotta tell him to stop. Like, stop it! Don't do that. Don't pursue me in the beginning and switch up. You just gotta tell him to stop, yo.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Now, L, there's nothing that you can do to stop that. If we knew how to stop that type of thing, most of us would be married right now today. Okay? People switch up all the time. Now, what you have to focus on, right? What you need to pay attention to You know, it's the type of questions that you're asking, right? So you need to figure out how to get to a point in your life where a person switching up on you, right? Even if they were pursuing you as much as they wanted to in the beginning, right? Doesn't stop you from moving on. Like, oh shit, I forgot my shit ain't fucking. Moving on with your life when it comes down to it, right? So if I pursued you in the beginning, L, and I switch up, you have to focus on being able to look at what's going on now instead of looking at what's going on back then. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I'm already messing up my mirror and shit. Yeah, but that's what it is, man. You can't stop that, alright?
Cool. Thank you.
I appreciate you helping out, man. Poor L, man. Yeah, I'm out here, Jay. I'm messing up, man. Alright, let's see. What time is it? Oh, 7:41. Damn. So it's y'all want to see the view again? I mean, I don't mind showing y'all the view, man. You know, if y'all request, I'm not gonna keep doing it, but I just my happy if you keep asking. You know what I mean? Let's see. Nah, that's I'm gonna tell y'all where that comes from, though. See, I grew up very poor, right? But you see, once I stopped fucking with people and I stopped allowing people to fuck with me, right? And I started focusing on the right things, like making more money, my life became much better. Very simple. See, so look. So when y'all decide to stop giving a fuck about people who don't like you, right? And you put that energy into other things, starting a business, we get there. Very simple. You'll get there, you know? And that's just what it is, man. Let's see. Yeah, no. I don't even, listen, man. I be telling y'all not to play like that in real life. I don't be playing like that in real life either. For real. I don't even like the idea of people trying to play with me. I don't know if it's just me, bro. I don't like the idea of people even thinking that they can play with me. Is it just me, though? Maybe some of y'all think like me. Like once I get the idea that you think I think a certain type of way, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what it is. It's like I don't know. Hey, what's the word, yo?
Hey, how are you?
What's going on? I'm doing all right. What you got going on?
Okay, so I'm 30. He's 26.
Okay, 30 and 26. What's going on? Break it down for me.
Yeah, so I met him like 2 weeks ago, and he's pretty nice, like nothing weird. He works 5 days a week. We hung out and everything, just cool guy. But the thing is, like, he's
real quick. How'd you meet him?
We met on social media. Why?
I was just asking. Okay. What social media? Instagram?
Yeah. Why? It's
I'm just making sure.
Instagram. I promise. Okay.
Break it down for me. Break everything down for me.
Why would I be lying? Anyways, so he's rushing things, right? Like he's like, I love you. I want you to be like I want to get you pregnant.
Wait, I love you. I want to get you pregnant.
Yeah.
How long have you known this man?
Yeah. Again? Yeah, we met like 2 weeks ago. We were talking every day.
So you met this man 2 weeks ago. You're 30. He's 26.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit older than he is.
But like, can I say something though? Like, I have ADHD, so like, I'm very trusting with people. So it does have.
Wait, I don't understand how that ties into what I'm about to say.
Because I just want to give you a little bit of context. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, but like,
no. Even if
I have too much faith in people. Anyways,
even if you have ADHD, and that's the thing, and then that's the reason why you may have faith in people, right? This is one of them things that are just really, really, really obvious, right? You don't know this man from a hole in the wall. Like, you don't know who this nigga is. Let's be real. You know him for 2 weeks. This person is talking about, I love you and I want to get you pregnant. How are you responding to that?
He's really nice, like, but I don't know how to feel. Like, I'm confused. Is this like a situation of like I know what I want and I saw it? You know what I mean? Like,
how are you responding to him? Give me an example. Like, what would you say?
How am I? Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Sometimes I freeze. Like, and I told him like, I don't think you love me. I think you like me. Like, I don't think you understand what it means to love someone.
Okay.
I told him that. Yeah.
All right. I'm not tripping on that response. Okay, but you and I both know, you know what love bombing is, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And you know that when somebody's saying things like this, right? That's literally a threat, by the way, right? A threat.
It is.
Somebody that you haven't known for 2 weeks telling you that they're gonna get you pregnant, that they want to get you pregnant, right? That they love you. In 2025, in our economy, what's going on in real life?
No, yeah, you're right. Like,
you don't think that's a threat to any degree?
Yeah, no, I see it.
Do you have any children now?
No. I have no children, single.
You've done what you had to do this far, right? In terms of you haven't met the guy that's for you, right? And you haven't been in that situation to where you're a baby mom.
It's not April Fool's, guys. No.
I'm telling you this right now, though, because I don't want you to be in that type of situation. If you were to ever, to any degree, associate with this man, to where you are having, doing things like that with him, there is much of a chance you may become a baby mama. I'm letting you know that right now.
I may become what?
A baby mama. Like, you might have a baby mama, baby daddy situation. Okay. You don't want that, right? That's why we're saying it's a threat. She sounds like, but the thing is, I'm gonna tell you, right? She sounds like she's a little bit, I don't know, she's a little unaware. He may see that though, which is why he's talking like that.
That's what I told you guys. Like, I get told that, like, you're too innocent for a 30-year-old. You know what I mean? I get that all the time.
It sounds like he sees it, right? He sees that she's not that, I'm gonna stand on business, so on and so forth, not that on, and he's kind of taking advantage of it. Y'all see it? Y'all get what's going on here? And that's just, I'm going to be the one to tell you, because I don't want you in a messed up position. You don't want to be associated with that guy to any degree. That's somebody that will take advantage of you, 100%.
Okay.
So what are you going to do as a result of what I'm saying right now? No, it's not. I ain't nothing. No.
Like, I mean, there is a reason why I'm here, right? Like, I already was feeling a certain type of way. Like, I literally told him, like, in order to love someone, you have to spend time with them. You have to really get to know them. Like, you don't know me, I don't know you in 2 weeks. Like, that's literally what I told him. So it's not like I wasn't questioning, but at the same time, like, I was talking to people and they're like, maybe like he likes you so much, and you know how girls are.
Wait. Somebody in your circle says, you told them what you just told me.
Yeah.
And they said what to you?
They were like, maybe this is like love at first sight type of thing, just like.
That's the real danger. I wish a lot of women would see this, right? And guys too. But that's the real danger. It ain't gonna be the motherfuckers that's saying what they're saying and trying to do what they're doing, right? It's the people around you that may even allow you to think that this may be okay. She looks like she's trying to ruin this woman's life. No, if you have a friend, they understand the type of person that you are. They understand the type of experiences you've had, right? Right?
Yeah.
You tell them what you're telling me. I don't know you from Canada Paint, but I'm going to be honest with you, right? And they're telling you that maybe this person may be interested.
Yeah, they're like, maybe this is a love at first time. Like, no, it's kind of.
Real danger. No, she's the real danger right there. I promise you. That's the real danger. Of course, you got to get rid of him, right? And do what you got to do there. Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, moving forward when it pertains to dating, that's the real danger right there. Her. What the fuck?
No, yeah, I see it now. It is a threat though, because I don't want to get pregnant, especially in this economy. Like, I can barely afford to support myself. So, yeah, that's not happening. But
protect yourself at all costs. All right, that's all.
Thank you, Katie. I'll be here listening. I'm learning so much here. So, like, I'll be here.
You should jump on, man.
Thank you.
What the fuck? No, for real though. Nah, she cool as hell. But like I said, you know, yes, yeah. You don't want that type of person to end up with the wrong individual. If I get what I'm saying, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, she seems really cool. Let's get used. I'm probably gonna do like one or two more for a slot. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry for my English.
Wait, actually,
It's
I
not
really
my
can't.
first language, so I probably make some mistakes.
Hello? What the fuck? Yeah, what you saying? Yeah, what's the word?
Hi. How are you?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Okay. So, I got into an argument with this man. Okay, I'm 20, by the way, and he's 22. I know you said 21. Is that fine?
21 plus, man. 21 plus for everybody, man. Y'all seen y'all. I've given it a chance on numerous occasions. Y'all seen what happened to us, man. What's the word? What's going on, Jax? Jack's not even here. Nah, it's not even that. Niggas just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta be fair to everybody. Y'all see me remove a lot of people for not being 21. So it's like I gotta, you know what I'm saying? What's the word?
Me? Hi.
What's going on? What's up with you?
I just want to say first of all, the motion since I've been trying to do so. Yeah, thanks for what you do for often.
Wait. What was that?
Oh, I've been watching you since 2022 and just thanks for all you do. Yeah.
No, of
So now
course.
I'm here. Yeah. I just wanted to ask your opinion. Um, do you think it's fine to like date people or like guys who have been engaged in the past?
Do I think it's okay? Well,
Yeah.
what's the age are we talking about? Like how old are you? How old is the ideal guy you're looking at?
It's not really that. It's just I'm with someone and he's a really good
Right.
person, but
I'm asking you how old this individual is. It's important. How old
I'm
is he? How old
sorry.
are you?
He is 28 and I'm 25.
28 and 25. And he's been engaged in the past.
Yeah, when he was like 21.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. So give me the context. Is he being like? What's the context? Why is it making you feel off?
I guess the main reason why it's making me feel off is because I don't come from the US, but I eventually had to move to the US to make a relationship work. So now I guess I'm kind of like scrutinizing every little detail about this because I'm afraid that I may have made the wrong decision or like I put my life on pause, stuff like that. But he's a really good guy. If anything, the only quote unquote problem with the relationship is that he was engaged before to this girl, and that's the only thing that bothers me.
That was 7 years. Oh, so what? He got engaged when he was 21. Is he still in contact with said woman?
No, I don't think so. She tries to like his stuff, but she's basically dead to him.
So basically, what?
She's basically dead to him. Like he doesn't care about her.
But she's tried to contact him.
Just like his posts and stuff, but that was like a few months ago. It doesn't really matter.
A few months ago.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And what did he do in response to her reaching out to him?
Nothing. He was like, if you want me to block her, I'll block her. And then she was blocked everywhere.
I will block her.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So, and how did you find out that she was
He told. Oh no, they're not in contact. I think she just found him on TikTok randomly, maybe from contacts, and then liked one of his TikToks, and then that's it. That's literally it. And then he was like, "Oh, this happened. If you want me to block her, I would." And I was like, "Yeah, please." And then that's it.
But that was enough to kind of like, have you raise an eyebrow, if you will. Like, nah, for
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm asking. I wanted a little bit more context to see where it was coming from. Okay, so because she recently reached out to him or liked the TikTok or how you feel a little bit about it, but he didn't respond at all. I would say in a situation like that, like, I'm not going to be pessimistic. What do y'all think? Actually, what is a lie? What is a Actually, that's what I forgot to ask you. What happened? Why did the engagement end? What happened?
Oh my god. They were they had a bad relationship, and she wanted to get a car, and he wouldn't let her because like that would mean that would tie her down to the state they moved to. So he was like, I'm not letting you get a car. And then the girl's like, okay, if you don't let me get a car, I'm moving back to my home state because, you basically don't have a future with me. So he didn't. He stood on his ground and he was like, nah, our relationship is too screwed. So no, not yet. Maybe get a car later. And then she eventually moved back and the distance just tore them apart. It's like, just made it so much worse. So basically, they had a bad relationship and she moved back because she moved for him and then it ended.
You know what's crazy? I don't even have to put too much effort in that thing. Y'all know what's going on right now, though? Her intuition is telling her everything that she needs to know, okay? You know what I mean? This is one of them situations where, she doesn't have that much information, but her intuition is kind of telling her, yo, something not right. Something's just not right. Like, what the fuck?
I know.
That's really what it is.
That's the thing though, but like my family loves him and there are some good things that he's done for me.
Right.
Just to be real. Like he's paid for my school debt and stuff like that. He's done like serious stuff.
Yeah, but when we think about, especially when we think about, being with somebody long term, making sure that there's not another experience for them. It's not just about like the money that they spent on you. You know what I mean? That can't be just it, right? You got to think about everything else. You got to think about all the different factors because what's really concerning you right now, right, isn't the fact that he did those good things. It's the fact that he was with the way he was with her. The fact that she, how that ended, right? The fact that she's still, reaching out now, right? These are the things that are making you side eye the situation. So now you really have to be careful, right? Because you moved out of your home country to go live with this individual. You're finding out how controlling he was with her, right? You really have to, lock in now. If you get what I'm saying. You have to be really, really, really careful who you're dealing with, right? Right. You're not at home. Yeah, you're not at home. So they're not, your family doesn't really know too much about what he's about and what he got going on, ideally. But again, you can't use the fact that he paid off so on and so forth for you as a reasoning for why this person might be a great person, right? You got to look at everything. But like I said, no, in a situation like that, no, be very careful.
Be very careful.
Be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got a call. Yeah. You have to be prepared in a situation like that to where you might have to maneuver back home. Right? Yeah. Because again, your intuition, right, in a situation for what it is, you have to prepare your mind to be able to have to go back. See what I'm saying?
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm not, because I'm letting you know now, because if something like this catches you off guard, again, you're not in your home country. You moved out of your home country to go live with this individual, and you're finding out certain information about him, right? So now you have to, for your own health.
Yeah.
These things,
yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
But keep me updated though. I'm curious, all right?
Yeah, I will. Thanks, Katie. Love ya.
All right, man. That's real, man. Yeah, see, because at first, but that's what I'm saying. You gotta really think. At first, I'm like, wait, why? Let's see, man. One more before I slide. One more. Mine, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You gotta keep an eye open, though. You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How you doing? Hey, let me go inside because there's people. It's loud.
All right.
Hey, you got your headphones in?
Yes, let me take.
Yeah, take it out so we can hear you a little better. There you go.
You hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
All right. I've been watching your stuff for at least a couple of years now. It seems like, or it feels like. I was watching your videos I was on your lives while I was in a relationship that was pretty serious to me. But all of the red flags and all the stuff that you was talking about was pretty much some shit that I was dealing with. I was like, dang, I should really listen to this advice and do something. Eventually I did, obviously. But it's been some time since then. And I would say that relationship was real serious. All of the red flags, homosexual type situations, I was letting him move in with me early, and he was texting girls or on FaceTime with girls saying he wanted to meet up with them, go on dates and have sex and stuff, while he was in my bed, in my apartment type stuff. So a lot of bad stuff was going on in that relationship. So I eventually was like, okay, I don't need to be doing this anymore, after I was continuously watching your videos and stuff and still like, okay, well, they sound just as dumb as me. That's not good. So I ended up getting rid of him and, learning from that. I was in therapy while I was in that relationship, in therapy after the relationship and stuff like that. So I'm like, trying to make sure I'm working on myself and whatnot. But I'm 25, by the way. So I've been in a couple of serious relationships before, or what I considered serious, at least in time frame, like being with somebody for 3 years. I've been in 2-3 year relationship type of thing. So I'm more of like a loyal type of person. I'm not really wanting to mess around with a bunch of different people. I, value relationship and things like that with intention. My mistake that I have been making was picking people for different reasons, and they're not having the same intention in dating, even the ones that were in multiple years, relationship with me. So that being said, I've been single for a while now, and taking my time, meeting people, knowing what the boundaries are that I'm working on, and seeing as I've been in multiple relationships where I've been intentional and the other person hasn't, I told myself going forward, since I don't feel like I have too many, one-off relationships that last 3-4 years and nothing come of it type situation. I want to make sure that when I go forward now, I'm making sure I change the criteria of who I'm talking to and making sure that they actually have that intention, and obviously not just tell them what I'm trying to do so they can match the energy. You know how people will just say whatever you want to hear to get what they're trying to do.
You want to make sure you don't want to make the same mistake over and over again, essentially.
Right.
You're just being a little bit more careful.
Right. So I've been single, and I feel like I'm getting towards the point where I'm ready to move on and stuff, or, possibly get myself into a new relationship. Like I said, I haven't taken my time because I had real serious feelings about the person that I was with prior. So I've met a dude that I'm feeling like checks off a lot of boxes and whatnot. And I feel like I like him, and I can tell that he likes me possibly a little bit more than I like him, which could be fine.
Why do you say that?
Because he's like posting me on his Instagram, and all of his family knows about me. All of his friends know about me.
How long have you been dealing with him?
For probably like a month and a half, maybe.
Are you guys in a relationship?
We are not technically in a relationship. The only real boundary that we have talked about is we are both adults. You can't tell anybody what they can and can't do with somebody else. But if you want to have sex with somebody else, let me know that, because I don't intend on, having sex with somebody that's having multiple partners and whatnot. And he's obviously on the same page of that. So that's the only thing that we haven't done. I don't think that he's talking to many other people, if any. I know that I already decided I wasn't putting all my eggs in one basket type of thing in, this quote unquote dating scene. So, I don't go around dating other people. Me and him are having sex. I'm not really meeting up with other people, but I may be talking to other people type of thing. But I can tell that he's
taking it very seriously, and I've expressed where I'm at with, I want to get to know the person, take my time and all this other stuff. But I feel like I like him, and I feel like recently I caught him saying something along the lines of wanting to be in a relationship or actually making me his girlfriend. And although I feel like I do like him, I think that I hesitated for a second because I don't know if I'm waiting to feel a specific something. Because like I said, the last relationship I was in was something serious to me. And going forward, I'm trying to, get towards the end goal.
Yeah, but you got to also remember, you were in two long-term relationships where, to some extent it was emotionally abusive, right? So you can't necessarily expect yourself to magically heal or be able to connect with every single person that you necessarily come across on that level, right?
Right.
But this is also where you have to be realistic with yourself. You understand your past experience, your past experiences and how it plays into this relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And you also understand how you feel now, right? Which is you're not 100% into that. Where he's at, ideally. It's been a month and a half. He's already doing all these things. You're not doing any of that, right?
Right.
So now you really just have to be the one that's going to be real with yourself, right? Right. He might be a cool person, cool individual to you, but when it pertains to the relationship that he's looking for and how fast he's going, that may just not be for you, which is okay. Right? Yeah. But you have to be honest.
Right.
Right? Don't you know what I mean? Don't turn into the people that you were dealing with before, because that's what could easily happen. I don't know if y'all are paying attention. You can quite easily turn into the people that you were dating before that did you wrong without you even noticing it, because you associated with them for so long. So be very, very careful, if you get what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to do, because the one thing I always try and be is transparent, where I need to be, and not have it be where I'm doing all this extra shit or I'm not feeling a certain way and I know that they're feeling a way, because I'm like, I like him. I'm trying to make sure we're on the same page. That's why I'm communicating. I'm like, I'm taking my time. We're taking our time, but I can feel the pushing. He's posting me now.
Yeah, but that doesn't hold it down. Remember.
Asking,
Remember, women have a choice too. You know what I'm saying? As to whether you want to take. So him doing all that, that's cool. That's cool, but ideally that may not be the person for you. You could always tell by how you feel now. Right? Mm-hmm. So you have that choice. Somebody could want to make all the effort they want to. If you're not in that position to, you know what I'm saying? You have a choice. But you have to make make that good choice for you though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't gotta leave nobody. You don't necessarily have to have somebody right now either. Right? Give yourself a chance. You know what I mean? Just give yourself a chance. And give yourself some time. He obviously is moving very fast, and that's not what you want. So, you know what I mean? Communicate and over.
Okay.
All right? I appreciate you dropping on. Nah. Let's see. So, she's definitely not, though. She's not. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more before I slide though. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was what's the word?
Oh, I didn't try to join live. I'm so sorry.
You go. Amanda.
Hello.
What's good, Amanda? What's going on?
I'm good. I just got a really serious question.
Okay.
I'm 22. First of all, I just want to know how to keep a guy, because I've been dating, but they don't usually stay.
You want to know how to keep a guy?
Yeah, I need your opinion on this. Do I need to be wifey? Is there stuff I need to do?
Wait. Let me know why is that? What's going on in your life right now as to where that would be a question for you, ideally?
No, just genuinely, I want to know your opinion on it. What would a girl do to make you think oh, I want her to stay in my life?
No, but you do realize that it's different for everybody, right? That's definitely subjective. It depends on the person and what they like. It also depends on the situation where they are compatible. There's so many different factors that go into that there isn't really just a solid answer. I can't tell you. Maybe if I can't just say if you could do 10 backflips, you'll find a man that likes you, man that really likes you, right? I can't say that.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So like, what it boils down to is your discernment, though, right? What you've learned over time from your dating experiences, and knowing how, knowing whether they're in a good situation or not.
Yeah. So like a lot of people would say like, don't give it up. And like, what's your opinion on that? Like,
don't give what up?
Like, don't sleep with a guy.
Okay. What? I think that's completely up to you, right, Amanda? That's completely up to you, or whether you want. At the end, it's if I always say when it comes to sleeping with people, you have to have that standard, and it has to be on you. You can't do it because you can't not do it, or do it because you want to get a different result from a guy. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. Never worked that way. So however, if you feel as though maybe this is your standard, you want to get to know somebody on a certain level before you do certain things. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah. So it just fully depends on you.
Okay, I'm gonna just leave. Thank you for the answer.
All right, man. All right. What? Yeah, and I'm getting off. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, and I'm good. It's getting too late out here. It's definitely getting too late, man. Yeah, nah. Tomorrow though, y'all know what it is. Tomorrow at the same time. I'm gonna be around. Y'all see the crib though? Hold up. Damn, I ain't gonna lie though. It's a studio though. I know y'all see the crib, man. I know I gotta show y'all before I slide, man. I got the scent, you know what I mean? You feel me? Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. Nah, if it weren't for, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If it weren't for y'all, I would not have it. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I'm a creator that's gonna be very, 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 very honest, right? If it weren't for y'all popping out every week supporting, I would not be where I am today. So I really do appreciate y'all for popping out and showing support. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit up here and act like, oh, niggas just got it, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all played that role. Y'all really helped. Y'all supported. And that's really what mattered at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, I know what it is, man. Y'all real as hell for that. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Of course, man. Hey. So nobody said, what? So what? What are y'all talking about? What? Nah, hold on. What are y'all talking about in the comments? Y'all funny as hell. Yeah, man. Next episode, tomorrow. But if anybody needs a private one-on-one, yes, it's Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. If anybody needs a private one-on-one, the link for that is in my bio. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I post on there as well. It's at PrettyBoyKayb without the one. Follow me on here. You already know me. I'm gonna get up with y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay safe. It's a studio. Funny as hell. Look up a studio.